the fans cheering. So that makes it more exciting to me. I know we're enclosed in a box and sometimes in a press box, but and you can actually hear each other talk sometimes, but it makes it fun being in here and the fans. But yeah, Southeast Lauderdale, West Lauderdale, county rival that dates all the way back to 1960. Test 1 2 mic check. I'm testing for the live stream.
Okay.
I don't know. You can't really turn that line out up, can you? I don't think so. Test 1 2 1 2 1 2 mic check 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 check. Yeah. Greg, talk with me.
Doing jumping jacks, Steven.
Turn my headphones up.
How long of a delay is it? Out there on the field practicing? Pretty dry compared to what the guy told. What is Ryan Powell? I think's his name. Warming up. Got him right here in front of us. Stretch boys.
I even used that song one time as an intro.
It's a good song to use. Lee, give me when you go up, when you announce the touchdown, and you raise your level of
Touchdown.
Touchdown. One more time.
Really?
Yeah.
Touchdown.
And can you do it that third? No, I'm just
Shut up, you. And we'd like to once again welcome you to the Great Southern Bank Coaches Show. I am Lee, of course, head football coach of the West Lauderdale Knights, Coach Brock Clay. Coach, a 2021 loss to 6A Tupelo Golden Wave. Might have been a loss on the scoreboard, but could you actually come away from that game saying a moral victory for the West Lauderdale Knights?
We were just proud to play. We were competitive in the ball game. I actually felt like we probably should have been on the opposite side of the scoreboard of it. Felt like we left some points on the board Friday night, made some mistakes that kept us from, in our mind, putting the game away. Yes and no to answer your question on moral victory. It was a victory just to get to play after the struggles we went through to find a game. Like we talked about with the kids, like we talked about with the parents, and I think we even talked about it last week as well before the game. I kind of felt a lot like the whole Marshall thing last week. We won because we got to play in that aspect of it. It wasn't necessarily about a win or a loss on the scoreboard. We always want to do that, but it's more so about getting the kids the opportunity to play because we don't know when this thing can end this year.
I mean, you traded blows with a pretty significant team in the state of Mississippi that's been, I'm going to go ahead and say, it's been great for the last few years.
They have been. They've been great for the last little while. And, you look at the record at, 0-2 coming into the ball game, and I'm pretty sure I said this last week, too. They played West Point and Neshoba. I mean, come on now. That's two of the best programs in the state of Mississippi. They were both ranked inside the top 10, and, I don't think we were any slouch opponent for them Friday night either.
I mentioned this the first part of the year where we're going to probably be talking about J.J. Grant week in and week out. But for a running back to go up against a team like that and still rack up 192 yards and a touchdown, that's saying something.
Very proud of J.J. We thought he ran the ball real hard. Did have a fumble there in the first half that's very uncharacteristic for him. It goes back to, I know you get tired of hearing it. You're going to get tired of hearing it this afternoon or when we get finished here, and you're going to say, what are the keys to victory? And I'm going to prove to you that the keys to victory is the team that doesn't turn the football over and gets it from the other team. We've had that situation the last 2 weeks. JJ did a phenomenal job. We had a great, probably our best offensive line game in a long time up front with JJ and Tupelo, and the offensive line just really did a good job, opened up the hole. So very proud of those guys.
Defensively, if you take away Tupelo's long touchdown run away in the second half, your defense held strong big time. But staying on that defensive side of the ball, there isn't going to be many times where your D-line will look small against another side's O-line. But they were definitely smaller than this set of guys. But tell us what you were able to see with your defensive line and able to go toe-to-toe with that offensive line.
Felt like they played their best ball game so far, and that may have a lot to do with the competition in front of them the week before. I don't think Tupelo had a ton of amount of size as far as I told you going into the game. I don't think we'll play a better front on either side of the ball than Neshoba Central was, and very proud of our guys as far as I felt like our defensive line definitely probably played their best ball game of the year.
Once again, you got your coach's show with head coach of the West Lauderdale Knights, Coach Brock Clay. We are 1 week away before district play begins. If there's one thing that you could sit back and say, hey, look, we need to make sure we've got this down before district play begins, what is that one thing that you could probably pinpoint?
The one thing we've been working on all week, doing little things. You've heard me say it for the last 3 years that we're successful for doing the little things. I think that's what let this ball game get away from us Friday night. I think that's what let the ball game get a little out of hand last week. So, we got to go back to doing little things. It goes from everywhere, from the way we leave our locker to the way we turn in our clothes. So, we've got to do the little things right. Execution will take care of itself if we do those little things.
As you look across the way tonight, each team has a rivalry game, and West Lauderdale has probably a couple on the schedule each year in and year out. But Southeast Lauderdale coming in with 1-2 after losing 2 straight games against Newton County as well as West Harrison. What have you been able to see with Coach Calvin Hampton's team, the Southeast Lauderdale Tigers?
Definitely much improved from a year ago. Anytime a coach gets another year or second year, third year, whatever, more time for the kids to buy into what he's trying to do, it's a plus. And they definitely have athletes over there. Southeast never been short on athletes, so I think they're a little bit more athletic than they have been the last few years, and certainly have grown and improved over the course of this time.
Looking at Coach Calvin Hampton, of course, coming from Meridian, back whenever he was here at West Lauderdale, he really did demand strong up front linemen. And do you see that with Southeast this year?
He got some big ones up there. He's got some big ones.
This series dates back to 1962. You played in it. I played in it. What can you tell us about this rivalry between Southeast Lauderdale and West Lauderdale?
Let's see. We've talked about it every year, Lee, and we'll talk about it again. Some of those years that you're referring to, Southeast was really good. We were really bad. There's been years where Southeast has been really bad and West Lauderdale has been really bad. There's been years where both of us have been really, really good. So, tons of history is these guys, the same guys that you've grown up with. Now we're seeing a change in our elderly state, if you want to call it that way, Lee. But we're starting to see second generation guys, third generation guys playing in this ball game. So, it's things that these kids are going to have to deal with if they stay in this area for the rest of their life. You're always going to bump into that guy that was from Southeast or Northeast or any of these area schools like this, Newton County, and Neshoba Central even for that matter. But you're going to bump into those guys, and this game's going to be replayed many a time. Sometimes it's going to be replayed better than it is, and sometimes worse.
I'll never forget replaying that Northeast game in my senior year over and over and over and over. But we're talking about Southeast now. But yeah, I can definitely understand what you're coming from. You as a senior, you're going to leave those games that were closest to you years down the road. You're going to be thinking about them.
Absolutely. So, and I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's people in the community that aren't going to let you forget this or that, and they're going to remember this and that. So, definitely historical game this week.
I understand that you had a junior varsity game this past week. I'd like to touch on that real quick.
We played the Meridian High School Wildcats in JV Monday night. We had Northeast scheduled for junior high and JV, and of course they had a tragic passing of a young man, linebacker there, passed away late Sunday night, early Monday morning, I think it was. So they were unable to participate in JV, but I talked to Coach Douglas when we did the coaches show there last Thursday night, and he was begging for a JV game, and we just made the call, and it happened, and they came on out here, and we're going to try to hook it up again sometime throughout the course of the season. So, good night. We were able to come out on top of that one. So, got an extra opportunity for our kids to play, and that's what I was saying. This year, not knowing how the season's going, with all of our stipulations and restrictions, and this team getting shut down and that team getting shut down, you never know when it's over. So, we're trying to get as many opportunity to play as we possibly can. And
you have another opportunity this next week, right?
Absolutely. We're going to be, I think we have Newton County on Monday night coming in here, 7th, 8th, and JV. So, that's just one more opportunity to get to play.
All right. Come on out and support your junior high team and junior varsity teams here at West Lauderdale. But let's go ahead and say it. I know you said it earlier, but keys to win tonight's victory and getting a one-up on the county rivalry schools with the first one here.
We even talked about it with the kids. We've been pretty a mainstay is that we talk about winning championships, and winning a championship, first one starts with that county championship. We've been really blessed on the fact that we've been able to kind of control that thing for the last few years. So how do we start that step and start that district county championship, the first championship we get to play for? We can't turn the football over, period. I said it earlier, and we've been behind on the turnover end of the game for the last 2 weeks, and got 2 L's out of it. So we got to control the turnover battle, first and foremost.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, Lee.
here's Lee and Greg to break down the opposing team and announce tonight's starters for your West Lauderdale Knights on Q101.
And welcome here to Bentonville, Mississippi, Tiger Stadium here in Southeast Lauderdale as the pregame show has begun. Again, brought to you by All-Star Team Sports as well as Battery One Source. In the stands tonight, I'll tell you what, you might enjoy being in a press box so that you can get your thoughts and across the radio, but it's nothing like being within the stands or within the fans broadcasting the game, Greg.
Yeah, and you know, there's something to be said. My son said at one time that he loved the smell of the grass before and after the game. He loved the smell of the sweat and the blood and the tears. And there's a lot to be said for the stands, too. I'm not saying that everyone up here smells that same way, but you do get to smell the hamburgers and the chit-chat and everything. So, you know, it's great being up here.
Both teams coming in here 1-2, very similar outcomes as far as the first three games of the season. Of course, West Lauderdale, both Southeast and West Lauderdale winning their first game of the season and then losing the next two. Of course, West Lauderdale losing to Neshoba Central and then Tupelo last week, while Southeast Lauderdale defeating Northeast Lauderdale to begin the season 20-18, and then Newton County in week 2, 39-6, and then last week they were actually supposed to play Gulfport. Gulfport, of course, backing out due to COVID reasons, and then they ended up playing West Harrison and lost that game 41-35. But when you say rivalry games, when you have the school beginning in 1962 and then the very next year you start up a game against a cross-county rival and have played, from what I can see on the record books, every year, but maybe one or two. That's a rivalry right there, dating all the way back to 1962, 63. And West Lauderdale, we were actually looking at the all-time records over the last, I would say, since 1998. West Lauderdale has lost only twice against the Southeast Lauderdale Tigers. And you know, you go back to Southeast Lauderdale's 2 wins a few years ago. They stormed the field and they had fireworks going on when they won that game. That's how much they want to beat West Lauderdale. And it's vice versa. I mean, you never get used to winning against your cross-county rival, but you know, when you go so long without winning that game against a cross-county rival, you know it's you're on cloud 9 if you can take out that cross-county rival.
Right, and even, you know, when you look at your schedule, you kind of circle those district games because you know those are going to count towards the end of the year. But then you look at games like this and you definitely circle, put a big asterisk beside them and everything. And then when you look at the record book being that way, you definitely put a little bit extra into practice that week. You put a little bit extra into everything you do getting ready for that game to get that win.
All right, let's go ahead and get the starters ready for the Southeast Lauderdale Tigers. Greg?
All right, on the Southeast side, we're going to do defense. Let's look at number 7, Aaron Brassfield. Number 9, Roman Hudnall. Tyler Griffith, number 14. Some of these guys are going to be playing both ways now. Number 18, Jalen Drummond. Number 53, Tyler Gardner. 55, Brian Harper. Brandon Fuller, number 66. 74, Jacob Bellafield. 76, Eli Jones. I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not, but Roman's going to be your quarterback for the night. Number 2, Jacody Wilson. Number 5, Turner Horn. Jacody's going to be a name we're probably going to call a lot for a running back. Aaron Brassfield's going to be on that side as well. Terrence Carlisle, number 16. Ja'Cory Wilson, number 17. Number 22, Randarius Wallace. Number 21, Torrin Griffin. Number 26, Cameron Ruffin. 40, Chris Mosley. 64, Bo Naylor. 90, Ja'Cory Holly.
All right, that's your starters for the Southeast Lauderdale Tigers. We're going to take a quick break and bring you your West Lauderdale Night starters in just a few short minutes. It's your pregame show being brought to you by All-Star Team Sports as well as Battery One Source. And also, on the way, your FCA Pep Talk being brought to you by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. This is West Lauderdale football on Q101.
At Great Southern Bank, taking care of our customer is always a priority. I'm Raquel McGee, Retail Banking Officer, and I would like for you to experience our Great Southern service. With 5 convenient locations in Meridian and 6 additional locations in East Mississippi, competitive deposit and loan products, better
coming down there?
and local
Huh?
decisions, Great Southern Bank wants to
Are you
be
hearing the
your
commercial
financial
down
Yep,
partner.
I am.
Great Southern Bank, a welcome change in banking that is focused on you.
Great Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Really?
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs would like to thank you for your
Surprised they
continued
played
support.
Gulfport,
We
or
are your
had them on
local
the schedule.
pharmacy, and we are here for you. Our lobby and
You don't find many
drive-through
3As that would jump up to a
Download
6A.
our app to order your prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, gifts, and more, all through your phone. Visit
It's like when
Facebook
West
or
went down to
Instagram at Mr. Discount Drugs
Robertsdale
Collinsville.
in 2005, played 7A Robertsdale. I didn't know they went up to 7A.
Stop by or download our app to let us know how we can serve you. Thank you.
I had the chance to move down there in 2005. Yeah, when we got there, when we got set up and everything, and we went down there early because we wanted to go eat at Lambert's and everything. And the guy that let us in, he ran the sports station. It's a little small AM, but it was it was not small. It was actually a pretty nice radio station. They had about 2 or 3 stations in the building, and what they did was they did one game live.
What'd they do to it?
And then had like
Did
2
they
or
say
3 other
anything to it?
crews that went around to other games, and each week the live game would rotate, and then they would replay the other games on Saturday. And I got there talking. He said, "Dude, I need somebody like you down here to head all this up." It is, next to the beach.
They are your cell phone or iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Furnace Road, or call 601-693-1500.
I'm Leslie Sanders with Welcome Home Beef. We buy top quality Angus cattle and grain finish them in the upper Midwest. The natural approach we take when handling and feeding the cattle delivers an absolutely superior beef product. You can now find this wonderful native Mississippi beef in Collinsville, Mississippi at Piggly Wiggly. Welcome Home Beef is a proud supporter of West Lauderdale Knights. Visit us on Facebook at Welcome Home Beef. Go Knights and Hell State.
Shopping at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville or Stonewall, you'll love the friendly folks you meet. Now through Tuesday, family pack of New York strip steaks, $9.99 a pound. Whole fryers, $1.19 a pound. 16 ounces of Piggly Wiggly baby lima beans, $1.69. 8 ounces of Piggly Wiggly whipped topping, $1.29. And Mississippi sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. Don't forget steak night from 3 until 7. Tuesdays in Stonewall and Thursdays in Collinsville at Piggly Wiggly.
Now with your FCA Pep Talk, sponsored by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville on Q101.
Everybody is motivated by something. So what motivates you? Some people are motivated by money. They work and they plan. They even steal to get it. They risk years of their life in prison just to get a little more out of it. Music is used as a great motivator also. Loud bass with a strong beat and angry voices are played before most every athletic event all over the world. The trophies. Man, I love those things. I had them all over my shelf at my home when I was a child, and just looking at them made me want to play some more. The sad news about all these and the other countless things that motivate us is that they're all temporary. So what motivates you? I found a few things in God's Word that really motivates and inspires me. One is the fact that God has a specific plan for me, for my life. In Ephesians 1:4, it says that He chose us in Him before the foundation of the earth. That means that God had a plan for my life from the very beginning.
We about to go back
of
on.
time. As a matter of fact, the Scripture says from before the beginning. Hebrews 13:5 says that we don't
Where's everybody
live a
at?
life that is full of selfish desire. We need to be content with what we have.
Nikki, you playing another minute of commercials after this?
In other words, Jesus will be with us through the thick and thin, the good and the bad, the sickness and
Go
the
ahead if you don't mind.
Man, I love thinking
You
about
want 1
that
minute
in
or
times
all
like
3?
this. Another great
Oh, well,
verse
whatever's set up afterwards.
found in John 3:16.
Alright.
For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son,
'Cause your ID is
that
at,
whosoever believeth in Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. There was no
6:55,
way,
57.
nothing I could do to gain heaven on my own merit. So
ID is
God
when?
made
ID
a
is
way
when?
through the sacrificial death
At
and burial
18:55,
and praise
57.
God for
Okay,
the
that's fine.
resurrection
Okay,
of
that's fine.
Jesus Christ, we have the promise of eternal life. Now, if that don't motivate you, something's wrong. God bless.
Tune in next week for another FCA Pep Talk on Q101.
Shopping at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville or Stonewall, you'll love the friendly folks you meet. Now through Tuesday, family pack of New York strip steaks, $9.99 a pound. Whole fryers, $1.19 a pound. 16 ounces of Piggly Wiggly baby lima beans, $1.69. 8 ounces of Piggly Wiggly whipped topping, $1.29. And Mississippi sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. Don't forget steak night from 3 until 7. Tuesdays in Stonewall and Thursdays in Collinsville.
We
at
have
Piggly
one
Wiggly.
captain for Southeast?
The Citizens Bank is proud to introduce the West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card. Go Knights! Now you can support your favorite school by using
Somebody's
the
falling
West
down.
Lauderdale School Spirit debit card.
That didn't sound good at
Every
all.
time you use your West
Mom and
Lauderdale
Daddy
debit
paid for it,
card
though.
on a qualified transaction, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. The more purchases you make, the more money will be generated for your schools. To get your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card, see Mike
I can't see the
Shelby
numbers.
staff
20-something, I think.
at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608.
Mark Vick won't reply.
Member FDIC.
Look,
Performance
I like the way you wear your mask.
power. You want to get the job done and done right. Think Sun South Meridian, their outdoor equipment store and John Deere dealer. Sun South provides their customers with top-notch service from qualified, certified staff, ready and available to answer your questions and help you find exactly what you need. Visit Sun South on the North Frontage Road for great John Deere products this fall. Sun South Meridian is proud to be a sponsor of local Meridian sports, including West Lauderdale football. Good luck this year and go Knights.
At Great Southern Bank, taking care of our customer is always a priority. I'm Raquel McGee, Retail Banking Officer, and I would like for you to experience our Great Southern service. With 5 convenient locations in Meridian
See
and
if I can
6
do the
additional
starters
locations in East Mississippi,
and
competitive
the
deposit and loan
stats
products,
at the same
Saturday
time.
banking, and local quick decisions, Great Southern Bank wants to be your financial partner.
Hey, if you can
Great
get
Southern
the
Bank, welcome
captains.
changing banking that is focused on you.
Great Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now is the time to replace your old worn-out carpet and flooring. Who do you call? Family Flea Market and Flooring, of course. Offering moderately priced, long-wearing carpet in a wide range of colors and flooring in true wood, laminate, and waterproof laminate. They will replace your carpet and flooring with ease. Family Flea Market and Flooring can
In fact, the other day when I was there at school Thursday, it's like, hey, we're going to start Wednesday night. It's like, if you would have checked in on the announcement that I made on the band app, you would know.
Locally owned and operated for 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your own battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired, or maybe you just want to add some accessories,
You need
Battery
five.
One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone
Hey, have you got us turned down right now?
iPad repair headquarters. Battery
Okay.
One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call
Because she's talking too loud.
1500.
Your home for West Lauderdale night football.
And welcome back to the pregame show being brought to you by All-Star Team Sports, as well as Battery One Source, Southeast Lauderdale, West Lauderdale, dating all the way back to 1962, about to tangle again here in 2020, right before district play begins. We'll get you your captains in just a few short minutes, but let's go over your starters for the West Lauderdale Knights on that offensive line, that massive offensive line for the West Lauderdale Knights. Right tackle, Will Withers. Right guards, Javion Merrill. Those are your 2 seniors for the school for the offensive line. Center is Lane Williams. Left guard is Paxton George, and left tackle is Logan Johnson. Tight end tonight's Gunnar Knapp, wearing number 44. Receivers is Wyatt Castle as well as Brett Busby. Running backs, J.J. Grant. J.J., after just 3 games, 427 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 100-plus yard gains just in this early portion of the 2020 season. And Eli Cagle getting the halfback call. And your quarterback, number 5, Jackson Parker, sophomore. He's 32 for 72, 442 yards. Once again, that's only 3 games, 442 yards. You know, you go over and look at the shortened season, the 9-game season. Well, we hope it's going to be a 9-game regular season. And you were going to, thinking, probably maybe sniffing that 1,000-yard mark for JJ, but he's on pace to go over 1,000 yards to continue this. Greg, I know you've got captain information for us.
Yeah, Ja'Cory Wilson, number 17, came out for Southeast. On our side, we've got Zach Walker, number 4, number 2, J.J. Grant, number 3, Dylan Brown, number 36, Eli Cagle.
And coin toss?
Looks like they won. They're going to defer to the second.
All right, defensively for the West Lauderdale Knights, here are your starters on that defensive line. You've got Mon Cole, Isaiah Combs, and Eli Bates. Linebackers for the Knights, Dalton Bishop, Dylan Williamson, Jordan Gowdy, as well as Mick McNeil. Cornerbacks for the Knights, Jaden Kirkland, Jordan Nix, and your safeties, Dylan Brown and Zach Walker. And how about leaders on the defensive side of the ball, Greg? We've got Dylan Brown, as one of the leaders. Dylan Williamson as well. Dylan Brown with 27 total tackles. Dylan Williamson with 31 total tackles. As you hear in the stands, kind of erupt as the Knights have broken through their banner to our right. Southeast Lauderdale just moments away from breaking out of their banner, and there you go with them heading over across the way. I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be kind of tough to see tonight. So we're just got to deal with what we've got. But nonetheless, we're going to bring you the Southeast Lauderdale, West Lauderdale game here on Q101. The excitement is building as we're just moments away. But, Greg, Southeast Lauderdale, West Lauderdale, you were able to kind of pull off some interesting stats and everything like this. But, you know, as you look over the last 20 years, West Lauderdale has dominated. And there's not another word you could use. West Lauderdale has dominated this series. But if you look over the overall record, we're pretty much even now, right?
Right. You're looking at 32 and 21. Southeast is 1, and 32 that West Lauderdale is 1.
All right, we're going to pause here for the prayer as well as national anthem on Q101. Great job there for the Southeast Lauderdale Tiger Band. We're just seconds away from opening things off with the West Lauderdale receiving the kickoff here tonight. Once again, as the Southeast Lauderdale Tigers wearing their blue helmets, their blue jerseys, as well as white pants. West Lauderdale, white helmets, white jerseys, and black pants. You know, some history there for the Knights as well as the Tigers coaches. Both coaches have had history at Meridian High. Both coaches have had history with West Lauderdale. Brock Clay, an assistant coach at Meridian High for many years ago under Ed Stanley. Calvin Hampton, coach for Southeast, was under Coach Weems for so many years and becoming head coach. And, of course, Calvin Hampton at West Lauderdale during the time that West Lauderdale went to the state championship. But here we go, back deep for the Knights, and there's going to be an onside kick attempt at the beginning of the game, and Southeast Lauderdale may have recovered. We'll have to wait and see here. Some tricks already up the sleeve of Coach Calvin Hampton to begin the night tonight, and West Lauderdale did recover the kickoff here. That's playing right there, a little fire to begin the game, right, Greg?
Yeah, they're coming out of the gate with everything loaded. I mean, I was sitting here waiting for them still to split up, and next thing you know, they're kicking the ball. So they're immediately coming out of the gate with some little things up their sleeve, which is going to have to keep us on our heels and toes all night long.
Once again, thank you very much to All-Star Team Sports as well as Battery One Source providing sponsorship of our pregame show. And let's kick it off. West Lauderdale will have the ball on their own 45-yard line. He'll send Wyatt Castle in motion and hand it off to Wyatt Castle. Wyatt Castle slips down around the 47, 48-yard line. There you go with the first little mishap, I guess you would say, due to the wet field conditions here tonight here at Southeast. You know it's going to come into play. You just got to, I guess, minimize how many times it does happen to you tonight. You're definitely going to have the slippery field. You're definitely going to have the wet balls, footballs. Another handoff here to J.J. Grant, crosses midfield, to the 48-yard line. So another pickup of a couple of maybe 4 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down, 4 to go for the West Lauderdale Knights.
And you're starting to see some things that I know our coaches are starting to pick up on just this quick with matchups not being right.
Early movement against the Southeast Lauderdale Tigers will give the Knights a 1st down. And Jackson Parker, you know, a sophomore quarterback, he has actually gotten that little hard count going pretty well for him. You know, Tupelo kind of held their ground last week and was not able to get Tupelo to cross over. But the other previous games, Jackson Parker's done real well in drawing that defense off sides. Another handoff here to J.J. Grant. J.J. crosses the 40, inside the 40, inside 35, inside 30. He'll go out of bounds around the 27, 28-yard line.
Yeah, and Lee, watching the tackle being made, that's going to be one of them hang on to him and just slide for a little while. Don't want to do them white pants in the laundry tonight.
They're marking down at the 27-yard line, inside the 27-yard line. First drive for the Knights, moving left to right on the radio. Jackson Parker looking to pass. Gets his intended receiver to number 7, Wyatt Castle. Maybe it was a complete pass, but I don't believe much on the gain there. We'll have to see where the official marks it.
It looks like he's going to give us.
Nope, 1 yard, maybe a half a yard at that much, but we'll call it 2nd down, 9 to go. And a lateral pass out to Wyatt Castle, who's in the slot. Brett Busby wide right. Eli Cagle going in motion, coming from the left to the right. And Parker will hand off to J.J. Grant. J.J. pushes his way inside the 25-yard line. I believe they're going to mark it down at the 24 for a gain of a couple, maybe 3.
And that running north that JJ will do for us. I know last week it was kind of playing out good that way and running side to side or east to west, but I'm starting to see a matchup on my side, Lee, that keep an eye on with me. I think it's going to be good when it hooks up.
3rd down, 6 to go for the Knights. Parker rolling right. He's got a lead blocker, Javion Merrill's inside the 20, inside the 15. They'll have enough for a 1st down. Great blocking, great just getting behind that right guard and coming on over for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you what, if you got a lead blocker, Javion's the one you want to be that lead blocker. I mean, just the power in that young man. We just saw it displayed right there with just coming across, and it's like coming up against a brick wall.
We'll go with the Knights. 1st down and 10 from the 14-yard line. Eli Cagle inside the 5-yard line. That's a bowling ball waiting to happen, ain't it? You don't want to be in the way of big old Eli Cagle coming down hard. They'd be inside the 5-yard line. I believe around the 2.5-yard line. So first down and goal from the 2. Knights will have Castle and Busby lined up wide right. And Parker going to take it himself. Parker, I believe, is going to be just shy of that goal line. Not necessarily sure. I know you see it more often than college and in pros, but you don't want to see your quarterback go head up into a pile like that, do you?
No, I don't personally. Kind of want to protect
Parker
him
goes
a
under
bit.
center. There's a snap, and he'll take it himself. Definitely going to be in the end zone, I believe. No, not yet. They aren't calling it yet.
Tell you what,
he's going to be stopped shy of the goal line, so it's going to bring up 3rd down.
What a goal line stance the Tigers are putting up here, and
8:26 remaining in the 1st quarter. This is West Lauderdale's initial drive of the football game that started on their own 45-yard line, excuse me. Jackson Parker under center. He'll turn around and put it in the belly of what looked to be Eli Cagle, but there was flag encroachment against the defense, which will, I guess if you're going to have a penalty, this will be the best one because it's not going to give you much. The ball is as close as you can to get at the goal line already. I'm not sure how you move it. 3rd down and goal from approximately the 1-inch line. Jackson Parker will take it in for the touchdown. 8:06 remains here in the 1st quarter. West Lauderdale scores on what's officially called a 1-yard touchdown quarterback run. Jackson's had a few of those this year
Yes.
on the ground. West Lauderdale will line up in their swinging gate. Number 17, Braden Epting is your long snapper. Your holder is number 5, Jackson Parker. Zach Walker, number 4, is your kicker. There's a snap, hold is down, kick is up, and is flirting with that wide right upright, but it is through. So West Lauderdale 7, Southeast Lauderdale will hit the field on their offense, with their offense in just a few here on Q101.
Come to El Norte Mexican Restaurant with 3 convenient locations to serve you. Highway 19 North, North Hills, and 22nd Avenue Heights. All of El Norte's meals are prepared from scratch daily and always served hot and served fast. Enjoy happy hour every day except Tuesday when El Norte.
Are you muting us during commercials?
Buy one, get one combination dinner. Visit any El Norte location and you can be assured of the finest Mexican food around. Bring your family in today for a true Mexican experience the El Norte way.
This is Nice Football on Q101.
Following an official 1-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Jackson Parker, Knights lead 7-0 with 8:06 remaining here in the first quarter. Zach Walker putting it through the uprights, and now kickoff duties for Jackson. Zach. And the Knights kicking deep, going to come down to the 22-yard line, up to the 25, and gets actually just run over by his own man, allows the Knights to corral him and bring him down around the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and Lee noticed some kind of last-minute coaching on the field by the other players. We'll probably see a lot of that tonight. This team has been plagued with injuries. Going over by the locker room earlier, they pointed inside at all the arms and slings and one young man on a set of crutches. So you've got new personnel out there tonight all night long that haven't played all year, and some key players that have been playing and that they count on are out. So going to be a few mix-ups like that, but they'll get it straightened out.
Roman Hudnell is quarterback, senior quarterback for the Southeast Lauderdale Tigers. He's in shotgun formation, got it back to his right, receiver to his left. He'll put in motion, and there will be a timeout to begin the offensive series for the Southeast Lauderdale Tigers. 8 minutes remain here in the first quarter. Once again, the West Lauderdale Knights lead 7-0. We'll stay here in action. But as you know, we've heard Roman Hudnell's name for quite a few years, but he's coming in due to injury. Is that correct?
Roman, that would be the best way to put it. Yeah.
But he's an all-around athlete for the Southeast Tigers. Plays
he
quarterback, receiver, and DB. But like I've said earlier, we've called his name out quite a bit over the last few years here with Southeast.
And a mighty fine athlete all the way around. That's the type of young man you want to have on your field, because you know that he can do anything, either side of the ball, and that's probably one thing that's going to hurt them tonight. Some of these guys that are playing both sides will be playing the whole time. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Roman's one of them that usually plays both sides, but with being in quarterback position, kind of don't want to do that tonight.
Tigers will break huddle with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hudnell in the shotgun formation will have it back to his left as well. Moving right to left on your radio. He'll send number 14 in motion. Hand it off to him. It's a reverse. And he'll end up throwing, looking for Roman himself, number 9. And just a little tad short. That trying to get the number of that the passer there.
I believe
Number 11. Number 11. Not.
Yes. It's the 11 jersey, but that's a different player inside it this week. So apologize for that.
Same formation, except that, well, nope, they'll move the halfback or the H-back over to that right-hand side. Hudnell calls for the signal. He'll take it himself. He goes off to that right-hand side. Still looking for a lane to run in. Nothing there as Hudnell will be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Southeast Lauderdale Tigers. He'll place the ball on the inside of the 25-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down 12. Third down and 12. 7:30 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Knights. The Knights have pretty much dominated this series over the last 20 years or so. Southeast would love nothing more than to give another blemish in that record. Two receivers to the left, one to the right for the Tigers. Quarterback Hudnall rolling back to intercepted nice to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Is it touchdown? It is. Mick McNeil with a 25-yard touchdown return, interception return for a touchdown. As soon as the ball was snapped, you could definitely tell where Hudnall was going with that ball. I mean, you can only stare down a receiver for so long. Once again, a 25-yard touchdown and interception return for a touchdown by number 12, Mick McNeil, linebacker for the Knights. Did you see the garbage can? I didn't see the garbage can. Garbage. Of course, what we're talking about is there whenever they have a takeaway, they bring the ball over and dunk it into the garbage can.
And, you know, that's a mistake that a lot of these young quarterbacks make. And, you know, like Pappy said, you stare at it too long, you're going to get caught. And he got caught. Mick was right there where he needed it to be.
Fake. It's going to be a fake from the swinging gate. And does he get in? I don't believe so. It's going to be denied for the extra point. So 13-0 in favor of the Knights with 7:01 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll be back on Q101.
Get the job done and done right. Think Sun South Meridian, your outdoor equipment store and John Deere dealer. Sun South provides their customers with top-notch service from qualified, certified staff ready and available to answer your questions and help you find exactly what you need. Visit Sun South on the North Frontage Road for great John Deere products this fall. Sun South Meridian is proud to be a sponsor of local Meridian sports, including West Lauderdale football. Good luck this year and go Knights.
Back to the action with Lee Bauer. Back, take that. This is West Lauderdale football on Q101.
Following a 25-yard interception return for a touchdown by Mick McNeil on the West Lauderdale Knights defense, the Knights now lead by a score of 13-0. The Knights lined up in their swinging gate formation for the extra point. And, oh, my goodness. The reason I say that is I think everybody in the stands have said that on the kickoff return for Southeast Lauderdale. Immediately after the reception was made, the young man, Tiger, was laid out. He gets up, but I'm not sure how. And he goes down to a knee immediately when he gets off to the sideline. We hope he's all right, but wow. If you're watching that on the stream, you know exactly what I was referring to. And of course, you can stream that on our Facebook page, the West Lauderdale Knight Football Facebook page. But the Tigers will have the ball on their own 35-yard line. If it's me for the rest of the game, I'm holding my hand up saying fair catch. Tigers will break huddle on the sideline. Coach Calvin Hampton in his second year at Southeast. I have one receiver to the left, two to the right. Roman Hudnall wearing number 9. Shotgun formation. He'll hand it off to his running back, number 2. Gets up to the 38-yard line. That is Jacody Wilson, senior running back for the Tigers. A lot of young Tigers out there for the squad. It's up to the 38-yard line, 39-yard line almost. Second down, long 6 to go for the Tigers. Same formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Roman Hudnall. Hudnall calls for the football, looks to his right, throws to his right, and it is a completion, but it was a dangerous throw as well. Number 3 for the Knights, Dylan Brown there in the vicinity. But it is a first down for the Tigers at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line of their own.
You know, when you got that secondary that we've got, you got to be careful letting go of that ball. And in a a let go like that, when you see that white jersey coming across with speed, you really got to be careful about things like that. We just saw what happened on the first drive.
First down and 10 for the Tigers. Same formation with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Roman Hudnall calling for the snap. There it is, and he'll hand it off. In trouble with the snap, but he does. Jacody Wilson does get it in his hands, but that was almost taken away from a defensive lineman there for the Knights. They're going to lose about 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, and Lee Jacody is another one of those young men. He's a pretty good all-around athlete as well, but
we're going to take a timeout. It's an official timeout, so West Lauderdale leads 13-0 with 5:32 remaining in the first quarter. We'll be back on Q101.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs would like to thank you for your continued support. We are your local pharmacy, and we are here for you.
I usually try not to do that.
Our drive-thru are open. Download our app to order your prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, gifts, and more, all from your phone. Visit Facebook or Instagram at Mr. Discount Drugs Collinsville. We take pride in offering a personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. Stop by or download our app to let us know how we can serve you. Thank you from all of us at Collinsville, Mr. Discount.
Back to the action with Lee Taylor. This is West Lauderdale football on Q101.
It's second down and 12 for the Southeast Tigers. Moving right to left on your radio up. 2 receivers to this near side, 1 to the right for Roman Hudnall. Once again, second down, 12 on their own 46, 47-yard line. Throwing deep and almost picked off again. Number 17, Braden Epton about had that one. Nice breakup, though, for Braden.
And Lee, you're watching some of these routes they're running, and they're not bad routes. I mean, they're not bad at all, but watching our defense just kind of swarm to where they need to be, and watching their player kind of like a man-on-man, but then going to the ball once it's released. I'm not sure if passing's the thing to do tonight, or especially right now.
They're in a passing situation here, third down and 12, and you see our safeties. They're inching their way up. Third down and 12 from the 46, 47-yard line. Looking to throw deep and makes the connection, but nowhere near a first down. And it crossed into the Knight territory on the 46, 47-yard line, but it's fourth down and about 5. Fourth down 4, fourth down 5. Ball is spotted at just on the inside of the Knight 47-yard line. And the co-champion will say, go ahead, punt team. But mind you, they've already had one trick up their sleeve tonight. The first play of the ball game, the kickoff, was an onside kick attempt that didn't go in their favor. So punter will be standing at his 40-yard line. High snap, but he'll bring it down. Not a great punt. Is it go out of bounds, or will it? Knights will have decent field position. Get you that yard marker in just a few. Kind of tough to get that yard markage where we're seated. 37-yard line is where they're located. 13-0 in favor of the Knights. Once again, 4:27 remain. A couple of touchdowns for the Knights, one on the offensive side of the ball, one on the defensive side of the ball. A 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Jackson Parker, and a 25-yard interception return by Mick McNeil. Pistol formation for Parker. Parker will look to his left, throw left, going deep. He's got Brett Busby. That's a completed pass at the 30-yard line, out of bounds inside the 30. Jackson Parker put it right where Busby could make the connection, and he gets a nice pass of 20, almost 30-some-odd yards there, Brett. Greg, what have we got there as far as that pass completion?
That was the matchup I've been watching since the beginning of the game. And they swap sides on me, but that's the matchup I've been thinking. If they will hook up with this, the defender, I believe we've got this on Brett's side.
Jackson Parker turns around and puts it in the belly of J.J. Grant, who gets up to the 25-yard line, but that was a completion of 30, trying to get the completion there, 33, 30, 35 yards.
In fourth start as a high school quarterback, varsity quarterback. Just think where we're going.
Busby lined up wide right. Cooper Luke, freshman receiver, in the slot formation. And Parker will go under center in the I backfield. Going in motion is Busby. Pitch over to J.J. Grant. He has trouble and he loses his footing, and so he'll lose yards. He had a little bit of trouble getting that football in his hands, but once again, you see the elements play here in tonight. You just got to limit those as much as you can. You know the field's going to be, and the further you go into tonight, the worse the field conditions will be. And now we're looking at 3rd down and 14 for the Knights. The ball is spotted at the Tiger 30-yard line. Moving left to right, double receiver on each side of the field for Parker. Parker tries to get a hard count for the Tiger defense to jump, but it'll stay put. Parker calls for the snap, looks down the left, and might have to take it himself. Nope, he throws, and incomplete. Incomplete pass. It's going to bring up 4th down and 14, and this is that no man's land, and maybe just on the outside of where Zach Walker could hit it. So definitely, if anything, if you get 5, 10, 15 yards, you're okay. I mean, if you get 15, of course you're getting a first down, but if you get 10 yards, it's just like a short punt. 2 receivers again on each side of the field for Parker. Parker looks to his right and being corralled by the Southeast defense, and Parker takes off himself. He's there the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Hey, how about that punt right there, if you want to say punt, inside the 5-yard line, but it is a first down for the Knights.
I'm going to tell you what, I believe that's one of the best runs I've seen come out of Parker, and I've seen he can run the ball, don't get me wrong, but the ability to cut the way he was doing in the field conditions that he's got, and to read the field upfield the way he was.
Ball is at the 3-yard line of the Tigers. 2:28 remains here in the first quarter. Knights already lead 13-0. Knights threatening again. Parker hands off to J.J. Grant. J.J. touchdown, West Lauderdale. Initially 19-0, awaiting this extra point. Again, the Knights will line up in their swinging gate formation. Elected to go for 2 just a few moments ago. The Tigers defense denied them. The Knights will break that swinging gate, get in that field goal formation. Once again, Braden Epting, your long snapper. Parker, your holder. Zach Walker, your kicker. There's a snap, hold is down, kick is up, and is good. Knights 20. Tigers 0. 2:23 remains here in the first quarter. We'll be back on Q101.
With your pets. Dr. Tyson Pompilia and his staff are professional and compassionate while caring for your pets. Catering to large and small animals, they provide medical, dentistry, surgery, radiology, boarding, and grooming, as well as farm calls. They have an in-house blood laboratory and offer after-hours emergency care. Choosing a vet for your pet is an important decision. Choose Collinsville Veterinary Clinic on Church Road in Collinsville. 601-626-7738.
This is Knights football on Q101.
Welcome back here to Tigers Stadium. Knights lead by 20 off of a 3-yard touchdown run by J.J. Grant. Fair catch called by the Tigers, number 22. Don't have a 22 on a roster.
That's give me 1 second. Rondarius Wallace. He I didn't get much explanation, but he wears both 20 and 22.
They'll have the ball on their own 27, 28-yard line.
Anytime.
Tigers will break huddle off the sideline. We'll have 2 receivers on each side of the field for Roman Hudnall, wearing number 9. Looking to throw to his left, and he does make the connection. That is going to be a near Tiger first down. It will be. Completion is made at the 39-yard line. Once again, both teams looking to get some momentum going into district play next week.
A little bit of a sloppy pass there, wobbly, but Drummond made it happen. Pick up that first yard, first down.
You got to think it's going to be easy to do to lose control of the football with it being so wet in the field conditions. Handoff to his running back directly behind him, but nothing there for the Knights defense holding strong. Zach Walker kind of inching up there, and Mon Cole, number 38, making that tackle.
And if you put a ball on a field and Zach on the opposite side of it, he's going to find it somehow.
Tigers has a second down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Tigers will have 3 receivers on that right-hand side, 1 to the left, moving right to left. Hands off to number 14 for the Tigers, and he is still on his feet. Gets up near the 45-yard line. Going to be down at the 43, actually. So gain of 4. We'll call it 3rd down and 6 to go for the Tigers.
We'll take shoestring, waistline, shoulder, just not horse collar or face mask.
Same formation. Trip set on the right, 1 to the left for quarterback Roman Hudnall. Hudnall looks to his right, throws deep right. Got a receiver, but overshoots his intended receiver. Number 5, that was Turner Horn. So to bring up 4th down and 6 to go as the punt team will once again make their way onto the football field.
Yeah, right when he was wanting to kind of get set and make that throw, he had just a mask full of Commandre Cole. So get rid of it quick, and that may have affected that throw. It may not, but it definitely would have affected mine.
Number 17, Braden Epting, is your return man, standing at his own 25-yard line, waiting the snap for the punter. Gets rid of it. Epting will let it bounce. Take a little bit of a Tiger roll inside the 25, near the 20-yard line, around the 21-yard line. It's a worst field position for the Knights so far tonight. Knights have scored on each of their possessions and one of Southeast Lauderdale's possessions. Score is 20-0 with 16.7 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Greg, go back and look at the last few years. I know it's going to be a little bit lopsided for the Knights and Tigers, but this was a game that usually came down to the wire for so many years.
Yes, it did. And then the past 2 years, actually really wasn't much.
Parker will hand off to J.J. Grant, goes off to that far side. We'll get you that official markage here in just a second. Once again, the drive began at the 21-yard line. About a 5 to 6 yard pickup. 2nd down and 5 to go for the Knights. That is going to be the last play of the first quarter. We'll step aside and bring you the second quarter moments. 20-0 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101.
Sanders with Welcome Home Beef. We buy top quality Angus cattle and grain finish them in the upper Midwest. The natural approach we take when handling and feeding the cattle delivers an absolutely superior beef product. You can now find this wonderful
I turned up the wrong dial.
Welcome Home Beef is a proud supporter of West Lauderdale Knights. Visit us on Facebook at Welcome Home Beef. Go Knights and Hell State.
Back to the action with Lee Taylor. This is West Lauderdale football on Q101.
And first 12 minutes in the books for the Southeast Lauderdale Tigers and West Lauderdale Knights. It has been all West Lauderdale, 20-0. At a 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Jackson Parker. 25-yard interception return for a touchdown by Mick McNeil. And a 3-yard touchdown run by J.J. Grant. Knights elected to go for 2 following the interception return for a touchdown. Were denied by the Southeast Tigers. The Knights will have it 2nd down and 5 on the 26-yard line of their own. Knights will have Brett Busby and Wyatt Castle lined up wide right. Parker in the shotgun formation. Eli Cagle right next to him on the right-hand side, and Parker will take it himself. Up to the 35, to the 40, near the 40-yard line. I'm sorry, that was not Eli Cagle. That was Dustin Page, number 13, that flanked Parker to his right.
And just watching our line, getting the good blocks week in and week out. A few blocks right there that kind of impressed on.
And Javion Merrill showed the quickness of a right guard just a few moments ago, getting outside and leading the way for Jackson Parker. Timeout on the field. It's an injury timeout. We do have an injured Tiger on the far sideline. That is number 2, Jacody Wilson. So we're going to step aside as well and come right back. Once again, 20-0 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101.
Bank is proud to introduce the West Lauderdale School Spirit Debit Card. Go Knights! Now you can support your favorite school by using the West Lauderdale School Spirit Debit Card. Every time you use your West Lauderdale debit card on a qualified transaction, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. The more purchases you make, the more money will be generated for your school. To get your West Lauderdale School Spirit Debit Card, see Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
Don't miss the excitement of West Lauderdale football all season on Q101, streaming on Q101radio.net.
Welcome back here to Tiger Stadium, Southeast Lauderdale, West Lauderdale, 20-0 in favor of the Knights. Following an injury timeout, we do see Jacody sitting up on his own. Now he gets up on his own and walks off to the sideline. Get well wishes to him, Jacody Wilson.
Definitely. Don't want to see anyone get injured, but that is a player you really can't stand to lose right now.
First down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Parker looks to his left, and initially looks to his right, looks to his left, and he'll take it himself. 45-yard line, just on the outside of the 45. Gets up to the 46-yard line. He's going to be stopped shy about 3 yards, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Knights.
Yeah, he kind of had all day there in the pocket and with the line, just keeping him out of trouble. Had long enough to read a book and brew some coffee, but just was nothing. Even with all that time, sometimes there's just nothing to throw to downfield. So did the smart thing, pick up a little bit.
2 receivers to the left for Parker. Going in motion is number 27, Hunter Moore. Getting the carry is number 11, Caleb Collins. Collins crosses midfield into Tiger territory on the 47-yard line. So we're seeing a lot of freshmen working their way in and out of this football game.
Which you've got to admire our coaches for being, I know a lot do it, but I admire ours for doing it as early as they do it and putting the younger guys in there to let them get some experience with the older guys as well. You can't always play young.
Collins remains in the game, flanking the quarterback to his left, and he'll get the call. He'll run outside to the right tackle, and initially he is off to the races, but there is a flag, more than likely coming back. Flag was thrown around the 48-yard line. And anytime you see a lineman hanging back behind, you more than likely it's on them.
Yeah, you kind of tell on yourself when that happens, but
it's a good run by Caleb Collins, though, but it's not. Doesn't really go for anywhere.
No.
Speaking of some younger Knights, they were able to play this past week as far as the junior high and junior varsity was able to play against Meridian High and their junior high teams, junior varsity teams, and defeated them this past Monday. Wow. And this next week they'll get to play Newton County on Monday. So this will be 1st and long for the Knights. Ball is spotted in between the 41 and 42-yard line.
And real quick looking, Caleb's got 7 for 47, 1 touchdown for the season.
Parker rolls out to his left, looking left, and he throws left, and he finds his receiver, and that is number 1, Brett Busby. And it will be close to the sticks, just inside the 40-yard line.
There's a flag.
And then another flag. Flag is going to be around the 47, 48-yard line, and it looks to be coming back even further.
Yeah.
Is that an illegal man downfield?
I believe it may be. But even with the penalty, coming right over the middle like that, there was a lot of blue jerseys right there towards the end.
I believe Jackson Parker was past the line of scrimmage there when he threw the ball. It's going to back the Knights all the way up to the 37-yard line. Knights will have to get up to the opposing 37-yard line for a first down. You want to do the math there? First down and 26. Yeah, it's still first down. Parker will have Busby lined up wide left. I believe that's Castle to the right. Parker looks directly to the left, looking to go deep. He does have Busby on his own, and Busby cannot come up with it. It's going to be incomplete pass out of bounds. It would have been a first down for the Knights. Busby was just out there on an island.
I tell you, he ran just a few yards, did that little stutter step, and got his defender to think he was going to stop and maybe cut in or whatever. And as soon as that defender stopped, that split second, Busby decided to take off again, and that's the type of things you want to see happen.
So second down, 26 to go for the Knights, who lead 20-0 with 9:53 remaining in the first half. A handoff to number 13, Dustin Page. Page is at the 45, near midfield. Gets a lot of those penalty yards back. It'll be third down and 13. Third down and 13 as they'll put the ball on midfield.
And I'm not sure if I'm right or not, but the first time I really remember Page coming in was at South Jones last year. Came in at the end of the game. I think he scored a couple of times, but we saw then that this kid just plays with 110% heart.
Two receivers to the left for Parker, who's moving his team from right to left. Parker rolls left, throws left, and hits his man. It is a complete pass. That is Wyatt Castle with the first down for the Knights at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and Lee, looking at, I'm just all night long, I have been liking these matchups that we're putting. And I don't know, we haven't watched Southeast all year, but just seeing our guys, our receivers, loving the matchups they're giving us.
Pistol formation for Parker. Dustin Page directly behind him. He'll get the handoff, goes off right tackle, and he's still on his feet inside the 20-yard line as he goes head over feet around the 20. I believe they'll put the ball on the 20-yard line. So Dustin Page getting some action here, and they'll bring in Caleb Collins to replace him.
And the young man that made that tackle, a little bit smaller than some of them, but he sure picked him up.
Collins will flank Parker to his right. Collins will get the handoff. It's going to be inside the 15-yard line. It's going to be second down and short. Second down and 2 to go for the Knights. Once again, the Knights have scored on each of their possessions. It's hard to believe this is only their third possession of the ball game. 8:12 remains here in the first half. Parker looks to throw, got his receiver, and another drop by Brett Busby. That's just uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what's going on.
He did have to reach back a little bit, but that was definitely a catchable ball. But third down and 2 now.
Just a few times tonight, just something that has not looked like he's been himself to me.
Parker, pistol formation. Collins will get the handoff. Collins will go in, definitely get the first down. He's going to be near the 10-yard line. Knights with 3 scores, 1 on the defensive side of the ball, thanks to Mick McNeil's 25-yard interception return for a touchdown. So it's first and goal, just on the inside of the 10-yard line. Parker will keep it himself at the 5, and it's touchdown West Lauderdale. Parker with his second touchdown of the night. Nine-yard touchdown run to go along with a 1-yard touchdown run for Jackson Parker. Once again, number 17, Braden Epton, long snapper. Jackson Parker, your holder, and Zach Walker, number 4, is your place kicker. There's a snap. High one. Jackson Parker brings it down. Zach Walker kicks it up through the uprights for the extra point. 27-0 in favor of the Knights. 7:39 remains here in the first half to play. We'll be back on Q101.
No matter what you buy at Rock House, we guarantee.
You did good.
Rock House settles for nothing less than 100% customer satisfaction.
We are on top of the mountain. Come on up.
BJ, tell them why they need a gun from Rock House.
They don't need one, they need 5.
Rock House is not my house.
It's your house.
Located 3 miles past Walmart on Highway 19 North.
Just look for the big electric fence.
Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, Rock House.
We do customer service, baby.
Back to Taylor. This is West Lauderdale football on Q101.
Following a 9-yard touchdown run by Jackson Parker, the Knights now lead 27-0 with 7:39 remaining here in the first half to play. Zach Walker doing kickoffs. Another fair catch signal call for the Tigers. Get you that official placement of the football around the 25-yard line. Around the 29-yard line. Broadcasting from the stands tonight here in Bentonville.
And one thing I want to mention while we got just a second, you know, there's so many things, and I guess for me over the past few years, I see things that I normally would have missed, but just sitting here and seeing the cheerleaders and the young girls in the stands just communicating back and forth as far as doing the cheers with the cheerleaders, it's just sweet.
Looking to pass is Roman Hudnall. He is being flushed from the pocket. Jordan Gowdy being flushed all the way out of bounds, but there was a hard hit there on the fence on the sideline. 11. But that was a dangerous play. Running out of bounds and running the quarterback out of bounds and running into the fence over that far sideline. Jordan Gowdy is very impressive. Number 8, sophomore linebacker. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 to the left for the Tigers. Tigers will elect to run. Not much there against this stingy Knight defense. That was Isaiah Combs, number 40. Slim is what they call him with the tackle there.
And you can't say enough about that young man. On the field, off the field, doesn't matter. He's just an all-around great guy.
Yesterday, and I think it's time to come up with another nickname. Slim's not covering it anymore. You know, he's on that defensive line. I asked him how he's liking the defensive line. I'll line up 2 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side for the Tigers, moving left to right. Hudnall looks to his left, finds his receiver, and Zach Walker with the tackle. So it's going to bring up 4th down, 4th down, about 5 to go. Once again, punt team enters the game for the Tigers. Tigers scored 35 points against West Harrison last week.
And from what I heard, it was a pretty competitive.
Here's the punt. High hanging punt. Going to be a fair catch called by Braden Epting. Looked like he was run over by his own man. Southeast might have recovered. And they will recover just on the inside of their own, around the 49-yard line of their own. I believe our own man ran into Braden Epting, the return man. That's the first turnover tonight. Well, for the Knights at least. Once again, the score is 27-0 in favor of the Knights with just over 6 minutes here to play in the first half. Knights had stopped the Tigers deep in their own territory, but the punt return. Braden Epting was returning and ran into his own man and fumbled the football. And the Tigers will have it near midfield. Hudnall calls for the snap, rolls out to his right, looking to pass, makes the connection, but immediate tackle made by Mick McNeil. He's already had a pretty decent game with a 25-yard interception return for a touchdown. About a 1-yard pickup, bring up 2nd down, 9 to go.
And they brought Aaron Brassfield, number 7, over from defense. I think he used to play defensive line, and put him on this offense with, like I say, some of the things that's going on injury-wise and whatnot. But
timeout on the field with 5:44 remaining here in the first half. We're going to step aside as well. It's 27-0 in favor of their Knights. We'll be back on Q101.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville or Stonewall, you'll love the friendly folks you meet. Now through Tuesday, family pack of New York strip steaks, $9.99 a pound. Whole fryers, $1.19 a pound. 16 ounces of Piggly Wiggly baby lima beans, $1.69. 8 ounces of Piggly Wiggly whipped topping, $1.29. And Mississippi sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. Don't forget steak night from 3 until 7. Tuesdays in Stonewall and Thursdays in Collinsville at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly. Your home for West Lauderdale night football.
And second down and 11 for the Southeast Tigers. The 48-yard line, 49-yard line, moving left to right. Tigers will have 2 receivers this near side, 1 to the far side. Hudnall looks to his right, got a receiver, nobody there, and makes the connection. Get a first down for the Tigers as he's inside Knight territory to the 38-yard line, 37-yard line, excuse me.
Braden Epton, he made that first initial stop, and you know, lo and behold, McNeil, he comes in to help make sure he's down. I know we all know the story behind the 12 jersey, but I believe Mick has done it well this year.
So first down and 10. Actually, they'll mark him down at the 36-yard line. Hudnall turns around, puts it in the belly of his running back, but there's big Mon Cole saying, you're not getting through here. 2-yard loss.
And we could caption what that running back is saying right now, but we may not better. He's saying, oh, that was a hit. How about that?
Second down, 12 to go for the Tigers. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for the Tigers. Hudnall backpellings for a screen, but Isaiah Combs, Johnny on the spot, will be a drop in the backfield once again for the Knights. We'll back him all the way to the 42-yard line. Third down and long for the Tigers coming up.
And keep your eye on Mon and Isaiah. It's amazing how
communication there, because I mean they were definitely setting up a screen pass, but the thing about a screen is you got to have blockers in front of that receiver. There was nobody there. Third down, about 17 to go for the Tigers. Moving left to right. 2 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side. Flag. Was there a delay of game? Yes, delay of game will back them up even further. There's playing out of position. You got other players coming in to do this and that due to injuries and whatnot. You're going to find things like that happen. Third down and long. Third down, about 22 to go for the Tigers.
Seems like we don't know what the play is on the southeast side. A lot of
looking at a possible blitz here for the Knights. Going deep for the Tigers. Got a man, but undershoots his intended receiver. Will bring up fourth down and long. So after a Knights mishap on punt return, the Knights were able to basically stop them where they received the football, the Tigers, that is. They initially got the football at their own 49-yard line. They're actually right at midfield. They're going to be punting. The ball is placed on the 47-yard line of the Knights. Braden Epting will be standing at his 20-yard line. Punter for the Tigers at the 41. And another flag. The only thing I could think of was the illegal participation. Do we have too many men on the field for the Knights? I believe, yeah, we did. We had 1 too many men on the field for the Knights. So that'll give the Tigers 5 yards to play with. Tigers once again coming in here after winning their first game of the season against another cross-county rival game against the Northeast Lauderdale Tigers. Northeast Lauderdale Trojans, defeated the Trojans 20-18. Here's Braden Epting, 20-yard line, 25, and he gets hit hard at the 26, 27-yard line.
He had a good straight up the middle, get hit hard by several of those blue jerseys, but
currently the Knights lead 27-0, have scored on each of their 3 possessions offensively, had 1 defensive touchdown. Knights will load up with younger players on this drive. Have freshman receivers. Looking to pass is it makes the connection. I didn't get the number. That's J.J. Grant. I believe he stepped out of bounds at the 46-yard line. That was Cannon Graham, quarterback there, number 9, freshman. J.J. just did step out of bounds around midfield. And actually, they're going to say he stepped out around the 46-yard line.
And there's a lot of times when we can talk about the what could have been, but he had nothing but green in front of him. That was going to be a.
I'll tell you what, look out for this Cooper Luke and Cannon Graham connection. Of course, Cannon Graham, your quarterback in the pistol formation. Cooper Luke is lined up wide left. Look out for this connection. In trouble with the snap, and Cannon Graham will corral it. That'll be a loss on the play, though, of about 5 yards. But this duo actually had somewhat of a connection in the 7th and 8th grade that I don't know if many can match. So I'm looking forward to seeing these two play here in the early moments of this football game. Once again, Cooper Luke lined up wide left. Josh Randall lined up wide right. And Graham looking to pass. Got his receiver. That's Cannon Graham. And Cooper Luke connects into the 20. And he'll be near the inside the 15-yard line. I just got it out of my mouth about the connection between Cannon Graham and Cooper Luke.
Say it one more time, and we'll put some more points on the board.
All the way down to the Tiger 11-yard line.
And especially when you think about how young these two guys are and how beautifully executed that was.
I like the decision here by the coaches for the Knights. You've got a young team coming in here, and a lot of backups and freshmen coming in, but you've got some leadership, some senior, or not senior leadership, but some, I guess you'd say J.J. Grant out there really as probably keeping everything together with this young football team that's coming out there as far as some backups. Timeout on the field. We're going to stay here in action with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. I guess what I was looking at was veteran leadership for J.J. Grant as he actually stepped out a few moments ago to let some freshman running backs in. But 2 minutes, 3 seconds remain. The Knights lead 27-0, and they're threatening with the football, 1st down and 10 from the 11-yard line of the Tigers.
And even with the little bumble on the snap while ago, he was right there with Cannon to try to help out as much as he could. And I'm sure when he got back to the sideline, help give some more suggestions, so to speak.
As we look at the events transpiring on the field, I did not see a flag thrown, but there's a discussion being made between head ref and Calvin Hampton, the head coach of the Southeast Tigers. And now head ref is, all right, scratch that. Josh Randall will line up wide right. Cooper Luke lined up wide left. Cannon Graham, quarterback, and J.J. Grant flanking him. Grant will get the handoff, goes to that far side, still trying to find a lane, and he is going to be marked out of bounds around the 4-yard line. But that's going to be, once again, shy of the 1st down marker, about 3 yards shy of the 1st down. He's trying to find that outside lane. Tigers defender, though, closed it up.
And that was something that worked so well for us last week, was finding that
pistol formation. Grant will jump over the line and get in for a Knight touchdown. I believe it was a 4-yard touchdown run. 3-yard touchdown run with 1:52 remaining here in the first half to play. Currently 33-0 is Zach Walker. About to put total leather to get that extra point. Epting, your long snapper. There's a snap. Kick is up, and a flag comes in. There's going to be an early movement for the Knights, which will back them up. And, hey, I'll tell you what, I want to see this. Not necessarily that the flag happened, but I want to see Zach get some field goals further away from the extra point mark. Yeah, you can do it in practice. You can hit them in practice, but game time field goal kicks, I think are huge. So this will back them up 5 yards from the original line of scrimmage of the regular kick. Zach Walker puts it through the uprights, and it's wide right. It is wide right. So the Knights 33, Tigers 0. 1:52 remains here in the first half to play. We'll be back on Q101.
Customer is always a priority. I'm Raquel McGee, Retail Banking Officer, and I would like for you to experience our Great Southern service. With 5 convenient locations in Meridian and 6 additional locations in East Mississippi, competitive deposit and loan products, Saturday banking, and local quick decisions, Great Southern Bank wants to be your financial partner. Great Southern Bank, a welcome change in banking that is focused on you.
Great Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
J.J. Grant. Knights now lead 33-0. Still got 1 minute, 52 seconds remaining here in the first half to play. There's a kickoff from Zach Walker. Brings it up, and he's still on his feet to the 30, to the 35-yard line. And just on the outside of the 35-yard line, the Knights kickoff team will bring him down. 40-yard line.
And that's one thing I was watching over the past weekend, Lee, with some college games is getting a bad angle. You know, when you got that kick return, punt return coming, and you get a bad angle, and it's hard to come up from behind. And West Lauderdale kept a great angle coming into him, but not getting too far behind him or even with him trying to come that way. So hands up to special teams tonight yet again.
Ball is located just on the inside of the 40-yard line. The Tigers, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for quarterback Roman Hudnall. And Jordan Gowdy almost had him a quarterback sack, but the quarterback does get rid of it. Number 14 with the reception, and he is near the sticks as the Knights defense will push him out of bounds just on their side of the Tiger side of the 50. That receiver was Tyler Griffith, number 14. So he's going to be about 3 yards shy of a first down. Second down, 3 to go. Ball is at the 47-yard line of the Tigers. Trips formation here to this near side, moving left to right, and throws it. Incomplete pass. Intended receiver is number 16, Terrence Carlisle. So to bring up third down and 3 to go.
Almost looked like there was not a good understanding of what the route was, really. Kind of off base or miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver.
Should have zigged when he should have zagged.
That's right.
Third down, 3 to go for the Tigers. Same formation. Trips here to this near side. 1 receiver to that far side. Going to hand off to number 14 to Carlisle. To Griffith. And he is going to be stopped, I believe, just shy of the Tiger first down. No, they're saying first down is made. They are saying it's enough for a first down. First down and 10 as the ball is placed just on the Knight side of midfield. Waiting the snap. There's a snap. Hudnall looking to his left. And Mon Cole almost had an interception. That's a defensive lineman's dream, is to have an interception. And I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure Roman Hudnall probably could have caught up with him, but I don't know if he could have taken him down.
No. I believe catching Mon would possibly be a whole lot easier than taking him down. But looking at Mon, I mean, he's got 2 tackles for a loss, but he gets behind that line an awful lot, game in and game out.
I'll take that trips formation and put it on the opposite side, but the quarterback rolls left, he throws right, and has his intended receiver, but knocked loose by the defense. Will bring up 3rd down.
And just watching Mon tonight, he has been in Roman's face a pretty good bit.
So it's 3rd down, 10 to go. Once again, the ball is placed just on the Knights side of midfield. Roman Hudnall has it back to his left. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hudnall looks right, looks back to the left side, and incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Once again, the score is 33-0 in favor of the Knights. The Knights have scored on each of their possessions offensively tonight.
Yeah, and Lee, I know you as a Tiger, you look up at the scoreboard and you just that frustration, that disappointment starts setting in, and when you do that, you start trying to overcompensate. Right now is when you need to just take a deep breath, play your game. You're not going to tie it up on one play anyway. Just play your game, play by play.
Epting standing at the 22-yard line, flag on the play. It's going to bring up, I believe, early movement against the Tigers. We'll back them up further to the 45-yard line of their own. 33 seconds remain here in the first half. Coming up during your halftime show, being brought to you by Will Sweat, Alpha Insurance Agent, also Meridian Mattress Factory. We'll bring up your scoring summary, your stat updates, and go around some more scores from around the area. And another flag. Is this another early? Yes, it is. False start against the Tigers. We'll put them back to the 40-yard line.
This could get interesting.
Punter will be standing at the 28-yard line of his own. There's a snap. High snap. He loses control of it. Still down. It's still back to about the 10-yard line. Knights will have great field position just before halftime, 26.9 seconds. And that's one of those things where you were talking about. You can't do more than what you can. And that gets in the head of a snapper as well. And you go back to the defensive line, going through the line at ease, like just a few moments ago with Mon Cole. That makes you want to get rid of the ball quicker, which ends up getting you in trouble there. The Knights will have the ball once again, I believe, inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st down and goal from just on the inside of the 10-yard line. Thanks for that mishap. They'll have 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Parker. Parker enters back into the game, looks left, throws left, receiver, touchdown. That's Brett Busby with a 10-yard touchdown reception with 22.1 seconds remaining here in the first half. Walker's kick is up through the uprights for an extra point. We'll stay right here since halftime is just moments away, but currently the score is 40-0 thanks to that 10-yard pass from Jackson Parker to Brett Busby. Once again, 40-0. That score was helped out quite a bit by the high snap over the punter's head. So the Knights have scored on each of their offensive possessions tonight, including a defensive possession with an interception return for a touchdown. Here's the kick from Zach Walker. Kicks deep inside the 20. Still on his feet on the 30-yard line. Tigers will break up, or actually huddle up on the sideline there. Tigers will break huddle with 2 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side. Once again, they'll have another come onto the field as they didn't have enough men on the field. So double receiver on each side of the field for quarterback. Knights, I believe, will jump over into the neutral zone. That'll give the Tigers some positive yards. First down and 5 for the Tigers, moving left to right. Same formation, 2 receivers on each side of the field for Roman Hudnall. Hand off to his running back that's to his left. We'll bring up second down and short. That's probably going to be the last play before the first half ends. And it will be 40-0 in favor of the Knights going into the locker room. What an outstanding performance by the offense and defense for the first 24 minutes of this football game by the Knights. We'll come back with your halftime show, but once again being brought to you by Will Sweat, your Alpha Insurance agent, also Meridian Mattress Factory. This is Q101.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. That's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601
Neshoba Central here in Sept.
Or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A. Locally owned and operated for 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired, or maybe you just want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone or iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at
4 minutes.
North Frontage Road, or call 601
It's going to be a
1500.
The Citizens
long
Bank is proud to
halftime
introduce
show.
The West Lauderdale School Spirit Debit Card. Go Knights! Now you can support your favorite school by using the West Lauderdale School Spirit Debit Card. Every time you use your West Lauderdale debit card on a qualified transaction, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. The more purchases you make, the more money will be generated for your school. To get your West Lauderdale School Spirit Debit Card, see Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC. All-Star Team Sports in Meridian is more than just your athletic resource. We are also your local source for trophies, plaques, and medals. Select the style award you want and let us help you make every achievement memorable with a custom engraved plaque, trophy, or medal done in-house. Need custom apparel, t-shirts, or caps for your business, school, or church? Screen printing and embroidery is also done in-house. Shop local today. All-Star Team Sports can do it all. 1100 24th Avenue, or check out our Facebook page, All-Star Team Sports.
Performance, versatility, power. If you want to get the job done and done right, think Sun South Meridian, your outdoor equipment store and John Deere dealer. Sun South provides their customers with top-notch service from qualified, certified staff, ready and available to answer your questions and help you find exactly what you need. Visit Sun South on the North Frontage Road for great John Deere products this fall. Sun South Meridian is proud to be a sponsor of local Meridian sports, including West Lauderdale football. Good luck this year and go Knights. Shopping at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville or Stonewall, you'll love the friendly folks you meet. Now through Tuesday, family pack of New York strip steaks, $9.99 a pound. Whole fryers, $1.19 a pound. 16 ounces of Piggly Wiggly baby lima beans, $1.69. 8 ounces of Piggly Wiggly whipped topping, $1.29. And Mississippi sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. Don't forget steak night from 3 until 7. Tuesdays in Stonewall and Thursdays in Collinsville at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly. Now is the time to replace your old worn-out carpet and flooring. Who do you call? Family Flea Market and Flooring, of course. Offering moderately priced, long-wearing carpet in a wide range of colors and flooring in true wood, laminate, and waterproof laminate. They will replace your carpet and flooring with ease. Family Flea Market and Flooring can service all residential and commercial properties, and they offer free estimates within a 50-mile radius. Call Family Flea Market and Flooring to schedule your appointment today.
I'm Leslie Sanders with Welcome Home Beef. We buy top quality Angus cattle and grain finish them in the upper Midwest. The natural approach we take when handling and feeding the cattle delivers an absolutely superior beef product. You can now find this wonderful native Mississippi beef in Collinsville, Mississippi at Piggly Wiggly. Welcome Home Beef is a proud supporter of West Lauderdale Knights. Visit us on Facebook at Welcome Home Beef. Go Knights and Hell State.
Now, the halftime show, sponsored by Will Sweat Alpha Insurance, Meridian Mattress Company, game on Q101.
Once again, we'd like to thank Will Sweat, Alpha Insurance Agent, as well as Meridian Mattress Factory. Knights 40, Southeast Lauderdale 0. Of course, thank you very much to those two sponsors for helping out our halftime show this evening, as well as the 2020 season. Well, Tigers began the night winning the coin toss, but deferring for the second half. So the Knights got on the board first with 8:06 remaining. Jackson Parker on a 1-yard touchdown run scored for the first points of the ball game, and the extra point was good by Zach Walker. Led 7-0 in the early moments of the game. A minute later, how about getting an interception by Mick McNeil, taking it back 25 yards for the interception return for a touchdown. Knights would go up by a score of 13-0 at 7:01 in the first quarter. Extra point attempt. They actually had tried for 2 and was denied by the Southeast Lauderdale Tiger defense. But the score remained once again 13-0. 2:23 remained in the first quarter, and J.J. Grant got a 3-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good. Knights led 20-0 toward the end of the first quarter. Opening moments of the second quarter saw the Knights, 7:39 remaining in the first half. We got a 9-yard touchdown run by Jackson Parker. Made it 27-0 following the extra point by Zach Walker. J.J. Grant will get a 3-yard touchdown run, his second of the night, with 1 minute and 52 seconds remaining. Made the score 33-0 as the Knights actually were backed up by extra movement before that kick was made, and Zach Walker would have it wide right, so no extra point on that. And Brett Busby got the final score of the first half on a 10-yard touchdown pass, made it 40-0 with 22 seconds remaining in the first half. That is your scoring summary in the first half. And if you look at the score, 40-0, the largest margin of victory for the Knights went back all the way to 1965. A 65-point margin of victory. So I know that's probably not going to happen, but hey, you got 40-point differential now at halftime. And that's a different age, I think, back then. But you still have to play the game. I mean, you're seeing the Knights start playing some freshmen and whatnot, but you still have to play the game. So once again, the score is 40-0. We'll come back with your stat update and then wrap up your halftime show, coming up with some scoring from around the area as well. So that's all coming your way with your halftime show. It's 40-0 in favor of the Knights. Halftime show being brought to you by Will Sweat, Alpha Insurance Agent, as well as Meridian Mattress Factory. We'll be back after 3 minutes here on Q101.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote,
Lee, do you
claim,
know how to
or
put in
call
a
a
spot?
highlight. That's why customers consistently
I'm
give
missing
Alpha
one.
high marks.
Just
for
drag it
service.
over
Call
from,
Alpha and let us help you save
or either
on
drag it
home,
down from a
and
previous
life
spot.
insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent Will Sweat at
If you right-click it, or I can't remember if it's left-click and drag, then it copies it. Maybe right-click and drag, then it copies it.
I'm Leslie Sanders with Welcome Home Beef. We buy top quality Angus cattle and grain finish them in the upper Midwest. The natural approach we take when handling and feeding the cattle delivers an absolutely superior beef product. You can now find this wonderful native Mississippi beef in Collinsville, Mississippi at Piggly Wiggly. Welcome Home Beef is a proud supporter of West Lauderdale Knights. Visit us on Facebook at Welcome Home Beef. Go Knights and Hell State.
Dealing with constant changes, not easy. Letting go of my inner perfectionist, ooh, not easy. But crossing a few things off my financial to-do list, surprisingly simple.
Regions tools and advice make it easy to manage your money. From podcasts and webinars to budget and savings calculators, we'll help you find your financial comfort zone.
Those few little financial tweaks have made a big difference.
Check off some financial to-dos at regions.com/bravethebeginning. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Shopping at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville or Stonewall, you'll love the friendly folks you meet. Now through Tuesday, family pack of New York strip steaks, $9.99 a pound. Whole fryers, $1.19 a pound. 16 ounces of Piggly Wiggly baby lima beans, $1.69. 8 ounces of Piggly Wiggly whipped topping, $1.29. And Mississippi sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. Don't forget steak night from 3 until 7. Tuesdays in Stonewall and Thursdays in Collinsville at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs would like to thank you for your continued support. We are your local pharmacy and we are here for you. Our lobby and drive-thru are open. Download our app to order your prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, gifts, and more, all from your phone. Visit Facebook or Instagram at Mr. Discount Drugs Collinsville. We take pride in offering a personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. Stop by or download our app to let us know how we can serve you. Thank you from all of us at Collinsville, Mr. Discount.
Do you want the best deal on a gun?
I got it.
No matter what you buy at Rockhouse, we guarantee.
You did good.
Rockhouse settles for nothing less than 100% customer satisfaction.
We are on top of the mountain. Come on up.
BJ, tell them why they need a gun from Rockhouse.
They don't need one, they need 5.
Rockhouse is not my house.
It's your house.
Located 3 miles past Walmart on Highway 19 North.
Just look for the big electric fence.
Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, Rockhouse.
We do customer service, baby.
All-Star Team Sports in Meridian is more than just your athletic resource. We are also your local source for trophies, plaques, and medals. Select the style award you want and let us help you make every achievement memorable with a custom engraved plaque, trophy, or medal done in-house. Need custom apparel, t-shirts, or caps for your business, school, or church? Screen printing and embroidery is also done in-house. Shop local today. All-Star Team Sports can do it all. 1100 24th Avenue, or check out our Facebook page, All-Star Team Sports.
Back to the action with Lee Taylor. This is West Lauderdale football on Q101.
Let's get in your halftime show being brought to you by Will Sweat, Alpha Insurance Agent, also Meridian Mattress Factory. The score is 40-0 as you're hearing Journey in the background. 9 minutes left in the halftime show. And just told you a few moments ago, still got to play the game. I mean, even though you're up or even though you're down, you can't just fold at halftime. So who knows what's going to happen after the third quarter whistle blows. But Greg, tell us some stats to hear tonight's ball game for the first 24 minutes.
All right, we'll start on southeast side. Number 9, Roman Hudnall. He was 8 for 16, 51 yards. Aaron Brassfield had the most of those, 2 for 18 catches, 2 catches for 18 yards. Rushing, number 14, Tyler Griffith, was 4 for 10 yards. They ended with 11 carries on negative 24 yards. That's hurtful. The even bigger part is total yardage for the night so far is just 27 yards. Flipping over to the West Lauderdale side, what a night it has been. Ken Park.
Ken's his daddy.
Yeah, we'll say Ken Parker, won't we? Jackson Parker was 6 for 10, 121 yards. Receiving, number 1, Brett Busby had the majority of that, kinda. 2 for 47, but Cooper Luke, number 22, he had 1 for 47, so I'll let y'all debate who had what. Number 5, rushing, actually led, so Jackson has 8 for 71 yards right now. Jacarius is 8 for 33 yards. total is 25 carries for 156 yards. You start doing all the adding with different quarterbacks receiving, blah, blah, blah. We got 277 yards to their 27 so far.
Ouch. Still got about another 7 minutes left here in the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, in the halftime show, I'm sorry.
And yeah, I mean, a lot of football left, really. I mean, you take a frustration level and you calm it down, and that's going to make a world of difference for a whole team. On the flip side, it don't take but 1 second to lose a ball game. Nick Saban taught me that. But all you need to do, we started seeing more and more.
Plaque, trophy, or medal done in-house. Need custom apparel, t-shirts, or caps for your business, school, or church? Screen printing and embroidery is also done in-house. Shop local today. All-Star Team Sports can do it all. 1100 24th Avenue, or check out our Facebook page, All-Star Team Sports.
Shopping at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville or Stonewall, you'll love the friendly folks you meet. Now through Tuesday, family pack of New York strip steaks, $9.99 a pound. Whole fryers, $1.19 a pound. 16 ounces of Piggly Wiggly baby lima beans, $1.69. 8 ounces of Piggly Wiggly whipped topping, $1.29. And Mississippi sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. Don't forget steak night from 3 until 7. Tuesdays in Stonewall and Thursdays in Collinsville at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly. Dealing with constant changes, not easy. Letting go of my inner perfectionist, not easy. But crossing a few things off my financial to-do list, surprisingly simple.
Regions tools and advice make it easy to manage your money. From podcasts and webinars to budget and savings calculators, we'll help you find your financial comfort zone.
Those few little financial tweaks have made a big difference.
Check off some financial to-dos at regions.com/brave the beginning. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
If you're looking to enjoy a real Mexican meal, come to El Norte Mexican Restaurant with 3 convenient locations to serve you. Highway 19 North, North Hills, and 22nd Avenue Heights. All of El Norte's meals are prepared from scratch daily and always served hot and served fast. Enjoy happy hour every day except Tuesday when El Norte offers you buy one, get one combination dinners. Visit any El Norte location and you can be assured of the finest Mexican food around. Bring your family in today for a true Mexican experience the El Norte way.
This is Knights football on Q101.
Once again, your halftime show continues, being brought to you by Will Sweat Alpha Insurance Agent as well as Meridian Mattress Factory. Score here at Tiger Stadium in Bentonville, Mississippi, 40-0 in favor of the Knights. But Let's move around the area and see if we can get some other scores for you. Neshoba Central looks to still be unbeaten, 21-0 at the half against Holmes Central. Kosciuszko 19, Holly Springs 6. That's also a halftime score for you. Newton County looks to stay unbeaten, 17-0 over Summerall, the Bobcats of Summerall. Lake Hornets over the Morton Panthers currently at halftime, 7-0. Northwest Rankin over Meridian Wildcats, 28-6. Union 21, East Webster 14. Nanawaya 14, French Camp 0. Once again, the Warriors over the Panthers currently in the second. That was a second quarter score, 14-0. Lamar all over Simpson Cougars, 29-0. The Newton Tigers over Hazelhurst, the Hazelhurst Indians, 6-0. We do not have a score for did Northeast have a game tonight due to the Equipment Panthers not being able to play?
I don't think they found an opponent.
All right. Thank you very much for that information. Forest Bearcats and Leak Central. Of course, the Leak Central Gators will take on the Leak Central Gators next week. The Leak Central leads Forest 19-7. Kemper County in the second quarter was down against Cleveland Central, 28-12. And I believe that is all that we have. Yep, that is all we have. So we'll try to give you some more scores toward the end of the ball game as the Tigers start to make their way out in their respective end zone to warm up. Still got about another minute or two left on the halftime show, but once again, the score here is 40-0 in favor of the Knights.
And just a side note, we don't play Newton County anymore. I would love to be able to play them for looking at what they're doing.
The only way that the Knights and the Cougars could play is for a game in December.
Now, that would be fun. That would be a blast.
That's his high school, but you do have a chance to watch the junior high and junior varsity teams play this Monday night. But, so I'm looking forward to those two squads playing each other in junior varsity.
That varsity team has come a long way. And in the past, I'm going to be honest, this is my personal opinion. When you saw them, it's kind of like, all right, easy win. But they love to face them in December.
Be a little emotional, wouldn't it?
Oh, not till Christmas.
Due to a certain coach on that sideline for Newton County.
Now, at Christmas, it might get interesting.
All right, we're going to come back after 1 minute. We'll come back for the third quarter. Once again, this is your halftime show being brought to you by Will Sweat, the Alpha Insurance Agent, as well as Meridian Mattress Company. And we'll be back once again after 1 minute. Your score here is 40-0 in favor of the Knights. This is the halftime show on Q101.
Locally owned and operated for 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired, or maybe you just want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone or iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Furnace Road, or call 601-693-1500. In sports, the goal is to be the best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. That's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
Back to the action with Lee Taylor. This is West Lauderdale football on Q101.
I guess two can play that game. Well, AC/DC there. And here at the Tiger Stadium, AC/DC as the halftime show coming to a close. Once again, the score 40-0 in favor of the Knights as both teams have made their way out on the field. Southeast Lauderdale have wrapped up their warm-ups while the Knights are still continuing their warm-ups in the right-hand side of the football field here at Tiger Stadium. Knights have a 40-0 lead going into the third quarter. The only really mishap that we've seen throughout the game tonight on the Knights side of the field is just losing the footing. You knew that going into the game, how much it rained over the last couple of days. And, beginning of the week, you knew that the remnants of the tropical storm was going to be coming through, and thought, I guess initially, that by Friday that the weather would be gone and through. But still, I mean, throughout the day, it's been sprinkling off and on all day, and just not a chance to really dry out the football field here at the Tiger Stadium. So you knew that going into the game that the field conditions were going to be wet. Just whoever minimized their mistakes, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and it's one of those things to where, you're on a high school level, so changing the equipment out during the game is just unheard of. So it's things that the players have to do to make adjustments, and a lot of that you just can't make an adjustment for. You just got to be careful. And
we've got one turnover for the Knights. That was on punt return. And 2 turnovers tonight for the Tigers. One, an interception return for a touchdown. And the other was, they were going to turn the ball over anyway by punting the football, but a high snap went over the punter's head, and the Knights recovered at the Tiger 10. So 2 turnovers for the Tigers tonight.
And Lee, another thing real quick. We're close enough to see the intensity and see the facial expressions tonight. And I was looking at Dylan Williamson. That young man wants back on that field so bad. So much fire in him. Gets you fired up, or me.
So once again, at the beginning of the game, the Tigers won the coin toss and deferred for the second half, so they will receive the football here to begin third quarter play. Thank you once again to Will Sweat, Alpha Insurance Agent, Meridian Mattress Company, for providing your halftime entertainment here on Q101. Tigers will call a fair catch here at the 30-yard line. So the Knights, the very stingy Knights defense, only allowed 27 yards during the entire first half against the Tigers offense. We'll trot back out there.
And you kind of would like to know what the game plan is on both sides, really, but especially on the southeast side, and what all was addressed in that locker room.
So Hudnall will man the quarterback position once again, have 2 receivers this near side, one to the far side, looks to his left, throws to his left, and that's a connection made. He's on his feet, 50, 45, 40. Nice play, a little quick swing out pass to his intended receiver, number 14, Tyler Griffith, will get the Tigers in Knights territory
and
on the 41-yard line.
If you kind of watched Roman, he was slow, had some finesse to him, some just taking his time and get that ball out, get a good pass out. And that's what they're going to have to do to get back in this ball game.
So the Tigers quickly in Knight territory. 2 receivers this near side, one to the far side. Same formation for Roman. Roman will hand it off to his running back, who gets eat up in the backfield. Mon Cole is having a game of his life here tonight in Southeast Tiger Stadium. It's going to be second down and 11, second down and 12.
And somehow there's a Frosted Flake joke in there somewhere, but I don't know how.
Same formation for Hudnall. Hudnall looks to pass and just out over a couple of yards out from his intended receiver, number 7, Aaron Brassfield.
And Mick McNeil was just all in his back pocket waiting on that. And
Tigers face third down and 12. Tigers look over their left-hand shoulder, get the play call from their coaches. 2 receivers this near side for Roman Hudnall. Hudnall looks to his left, throws to his left. Same play as the first play from the start of the half, but this time not as much, as the Tigers will have it to the 36-yard line, a pickup of 7 yards, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Pickup of 6 yards, excuse me. Bring up fourth down and 6 for the Tigers, who looks to go for it here.
Don't want to jump the whole play, the whole drive here, but this is that type style that I believe if they'd had from the get-go, that scoreboard would look a lot different.
Send his slot receiver in motion to the opposite side of the football field. Looks to his right. He's got his receiver and almost picked off. Dylan Brown, number 3, almost had an interception. It's going to be a turnover on downs.
And had Dylan got a good grip on that ball, he had a lot of green grass right there in front of him mixed with a lot of mud, but nonetheless he had nothing but pay dirt ahead of him. Home sweet home.
So the Knights offense will have the ball on their own 36-yard line. Working with a running clock now with 40-0. One receiver to this near side, one to the far side for Jackson Parker. He'll hand it off to J.J. Grant, number 2. It's up near the 40. May marking just shy of the 40. Pickup of 4 yards.
And Caden Ryala, number 56, kind of got him tripped up and got him heading towards the ground.
Grant, once again with a handoff, kind of makes a hole in himself. Gets up to the 43-yard line. Pick up 3 yards. Going to be third down and 3.
And starting to watch that slip a little bit more out of JJ. It's that plant.
Early movement's going to back up the Knights. It's going to bring up third down and 8. Third down and 8's a lot harder to call than a third down and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Parker will have Grant to his right, 2 receivers to the right as well as they're moving right to left. Parker looks to his right, throws right, got a receiver, undershoots his intended receiver. That's number 7, Wyatt Castle, and that's going to be the first possession of the Knights tonight that they have not scored on their possession.
And that ball just had a little bit too low of an angle to it, and it's hard to catch a ball when it's sitting there at the toes of your shoes, which is kind of unusual for that combo.
So fourth down and 8. Zach Walker will be standing at his own 25-yard line. There's the punt. Nice punt for Walker. Takes a little bit of a Knights roll, and he'll actually return it. That came out of nowhere there. He's up to midfield. There is a flag back here in the back, so this is more than likely going to be coming back. I don't know if anybody expected Carlisle to pick that ball up.
No, I mean, he had a pretty good head of steam kind of running around to it, and that last-minute decision maybe. You get the ball in your hand, go for it. You've already built up.
This penalty is going to be marked from the 30 or 29-yard line, so bad news for the Tigers, who thought that they were going to have the ball near midfield. Broke the huddle on the sideline, and just about the entire offense looked to go toward midfield where the return man came down, but then they looked off to the right and saw a little piece of yellow flag in the back. So they'll be coming from the 20-yard line now following that penalty. That's basically a 30-yard penalty.
And that's not what they need right now.
2 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side for Hudnall. He'll have a back to his left as well. They're moving left to right. Hudnall will hand it off to his running back. Finds a hole, big hole. Down to the 30, 35-yard line. Still on his feet outside the 40 to near the 45-yard line. Big play on first down for the Tigers. Getting a gain of near 25 yards for the first play of this possession.
Yeah, and that was a young man that earlier kind of wondered about what kind of hit, what kind of injury he might have, walked off, but good to see him back out on the field and still going 100%. But that young man is a player.
There's a timeout on the field. We're going to step aside as well. 6 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. 40-0 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101.
For 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired, or maybe you just want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too.
Maybe.
With over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they phone our iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Furnace Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Night Football.
That's first down and 10 for the Tigers on the 44-yard line. On their own 44-yard line. Once again, the Knights lead by a score of 40-0. Running clock has the ball. Had the clock just a little bit less than 6 minutes to go here. Hudnall looking for a receiver, and that is almost intercepted. Two Knights defenders ran into each other. It's one of those that you just got to say, hey, play your positions.
Mm-hmm.
Rely on the next guy to play their position. Just play your position. One of them would have had an interception if that would have happened.
That's right.
Second down, 10 to go for the Tigers on their own 44-yard line. Looking to pass is Hudnall. Hudnall makes the connection. Number 14, Carlisle. Quick tackle made there near the midfield, so pickup of 6 yards. Going to bring up third down and 4.
I believe everything about that play. You can say nice.
I said Carlisle. I meant Tyler Griffith there as the receiver, number 14. I keep on getting Griffith and number 16 confused, Terrence Carlisle. Two receivers this near side, one to the far side for Southeast. Roman Hudnall, quarterback, has it back to his right. Going to roll out to his right himself. And he will he will not. Well, he's going to be close to the first down marker. Initially, I thought the spot was a little short, but he might have it here as we look at the official spot near the 45-yard line of the Knights. It's going to bring up fourth down and about a half a yard. Two receivers to the left, one to the right for Hudnall. Hudnall's trying to get the Knights off sides. Hudnall roll left, and he will get the first down and more. He is showing some speed here, 40, 35, 30, and will be out of bounds near the 20-yard line.
Yeah. He needed a first down and got about, 2 or 3 more on that. I mean, beautiful run. Just kind of hard for us to keep an eye on him and that speed all of a sudden.
They'll mark him down at the 24-yard line of the Knights. Clock continues to run. 3 minutes left. Hudnall handed off to Carlisle, number 16, goes off that far side. Not much there. He does squirt free for a couple of yards maybe. Bring up second down and 8 for the Tigers. So second down and 8 once again. Tigers here threatening. Two receivers to the right, one to the left for the Tigers. Griffith will get the handoff. Not much there. Might have actually lost a yard. And the man that you just called his name just a few moments ago, Dylan Williamson, big tackle there.
And that's another one of them times of watching your angles and you know, not letting your runner get, you know, at the wrong angle so that you can come in and make that tackle and not miss him as he flies right on by you.
Just under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter.
And our guys have done a really good job about that tonight, all night long.
Hudnall. Send his H-back in motion. High snap. Hudnall brings it down. High throw. Intended receiver is number 16, Terrence Carlisle. Bring up 4th down and 9 to go. First down to make would be the 14-yard line. Definitely think they'll be going for it here with 4th down and 9 to go. Waiting the snap. There's a snap. Hudnall looks to his left, but looks back to his right. He's got a receiver in the end zone. And is it? Yes, it is complete. It is complete. I believe that was Griffith that came down with it for a 23-yard touchdown pass from Hudnall to Griffith. I'm sorry, to Carlisle. That was number 16, Carlisle, with the reception. Left-footed kicker here. Waiting the snap. There's a snap, high snap. I believe this is going to be encroachment. Yeah, normally, if you get an encroachment call on a field goal, put your offense back on the field. They're going to keep their kicking team on the field there. Number 35 is your kicker for the Tigers. It's Camden Cooper. Once again, left-footed kicker. And a fake. It is a fake as the holder has a man in the end zone, but he could not come up with it. That's one of those plays where, you have nobody to really go up against you and just couldn't come down with it. So the Tigers 6, West Lauderdale 40. 51 seconds remain in the third quarter. We'll be back on Q101.
Veterinary Clinic understands the strong bond you have with your pets. Dr. Tyson Pompilia and his staff are professional and compassionate while caring for your pets. Catering to large and small animals, they provide medical, dentistry, surgery, radiology, boarding, and grooming, as well as farm calls. They have an in-house blood laboratory and offer after-hours emergency care. Choosing a vet for your pet is an important decision. Choose Collinsville Veterinary Clinic on Church Road in Collinsville. 601-626-7738.
Your home for West Lauderdale night football.
Well, following a 23-yard pass from Hudnall to number 16, Terrence Carlisle. Tigers eat into the Knights' lead. Extra point attempt is no good. 40-6 is the score in favor of the Knights. The Knights have scored in all their offensive possessions except for one. So Southeast has already attempted one onside kick tonight. That was the opening kick. Think they'll try for another one?
It's kind of interesting to think about. I mean, that first one didn't go too well, but what's the old saying? You burn me once, you burn me twice. That kind of applies. And you never know. They may have something else up their sleeve.
Here they go. It is.
Yep.
Knights do recover on their own 44-yard line. Dustin Page came up with the football.
And you know, Lee, normally we say that's a name you're going to hear a lot. That's a name you're going to hear a lot. That's a name you're going. With our guys, let's just call the roster and say that's a name you're going to hear a lot. And the great thing is we're just so fully rounded with great players from head to toe, every position.
Well, the depth is definitely there for the Knights.
Exactly.
The Knights are playing a lot of freshmen right now. Cannon Graham, the quarterback, and he'll have a quarterback keeper. Not much there. Might have gotten a half a yard. I'll go ahead and read you some of these names that are out there on the football field right now. Number 11, we've already mentioned his name before, Caleb Collins. Number 16, Jake Smith, which he's not a freshman, but he's new to football this year, at least for the Knights. Number 30, Quintatus Barte, a sophomore. Just to name a few. Hands off to number 11. Nothing there, as he'll be dropped in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Caleb Collins just couldn't break that corner there. In comes Dustin Page. That's the end of the third quarter. The score is 40-6 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back for the final 12 minutes of this football game coming up next on Q101.
Taking care of our customer is always a priority. I'm Raquel McGee, Retail Banking Officer, and I would like for you to experience our great Southern service. With 5 convenient locations in Meridian and 6 additional locations in East Mississippi, competitive financial partner, Great Southern Bank, a welcome-changing banking that is focused on
Every time you talk, you're on live stream. Just letting you know.
This is Knights football on Q101.
We'll bring up third down, 14 to go for the Knights. Knights have it 40-6 in favor of the Knights once again. 12 minutes remain, fourth quarter. Once the clock starts, it continues to roll due to the differential of the points. Knights moving left to right. Cannon Graham looking to pass, and he might take it himself. He is going to take it himself, and he's hit hard around the 45-yard line. Back up to the close to the original line of scrimmage. So to bring up fourth down.
And the composure of that young man, with some of the things he does, and a freshman at that, to stay calm the way he does, and
the Knights are going to go for it here. Fourth down, 9 to go. 2 receivers this near side, 1 to the far side. Dustin Page directly behind Cannon Graham. Knights might take a timeout here. No, they'll snap it. Cannon Graham looking to pass, and he's not going to find anything. He'll go down in the backfield, and the Tigers will take over on downs. So the Knights had a 40-0 lead at halftime, now 40-6, and the Tigers will take over in Knights territory.
Every week I talk to a younger coach and kind of go through and I tell them every week, last thing I say to them before their game is play your game and never give up. And Southeast is showing us that even though it's stacked in their not in their favor, never give up. Put something up there. Come out respectable,
Tigers will break huddle on the sideline. Hudnall, quarterback, the shotgun formation. He'll have it back to his right. And number 14, a little reverse here. Actually, a little pass to Hudnall, number 9. And he's still on his feet. And he may take it to the house. Inside the 10, and that's a touchdown. Almost like a flea flicker.
Yeah. And they flicked that flea right into some points.
10 minutes left here. And Tigers 12, Knights 40. playing this extra point by Camden Cooper, number 35. Scoreboard shows 13. I guess they're magic 8-ball readers. Here's the kick, and it is good. So I guess they are reading the future there. 40-13 is the official score. However, they got 40-14 on the scoreboard. 10:04 left to play here in the football game. We'll be back on Q101.
Carpet and flooring. Who do you call? Family Flea Market and Flooring, of course. Offering moderately priced, long-wearing carpet in a wide range of colors and flooring in true wood, laminate, and waterproof laminate. They will replace your carpet and flooring with ease. Family Flea Market and Flooring can service all residential and commercial properties, and they offer free estimates within a 50-mile radius. Call Family Flea Market and Flooring to schedule your appointment today.
This is Knights football on Q101.
Welcome back here to Tiger Stadium. What was the official yardage on that pass? That little flea flicker, Greg?
On the pass, it's about a 33-yard reception from where I'm sitting. About a 33. Maybe in a couple more.
Tigers had kind of thought, I guess, they were going to do an onside kick, but went past that football. That's going to get you an extra 5 yards or lose you 5 yards. So the Tigers will be faced kicking the ball on the 35-yard line. Last kickoff attempt, they did attempt an onside kick, but Dustin Page was Johnny on the spot and was able to corral it. So the Tigers with 13 unanswered points here in the second half. 10 minutes left here in the second half. And once again, the Tigers jumped over again. So they'll back them up an extra 5 yards.
Remember last time something similar to this happened, it put some points on the board for us. So
I'm not necessarily sure what they're trying to do. It's a rush up to the line to what looks to be an onside kick, but they're stopping there at the last moment, and it's caught a few Tigers off guard, not able to keep the weight on their side. They do it this time. The Tigers will kick it, but it'd be high kick near midfield on the 48-yard line. The Knights offense will come back on the field. So after 2 straight drives, we'll turn the football over. The Knights had the ball, decent field position, once again on their own 48-yard line, leading 40-13. Knights had a 40-0 advantage coming out of halftime. Knights have elected to go with reserves, pretty much the entire 11 on offense. Cannon Graham, freshman quarterback, will have a receiver to each side of the football field. Hands it off to number 13, Dustin Page. Dustin Page crosses midfield and it's near the 45-yard line. Nice run for Dustin.
Yeah, that just kind of parted just right for him, and he found a little gap all the way through to get a nice little pickup before
Dustin
about
will have
8.
to come off the field, and due to his shoe leaving him, Caleb Collins will replace him. Freshman running back. Cannon Graham looking to pass, got a receiver. That's number 16, Jake Smith. Going to have the ball near the 30-yard line. This is valuable playing time for the reserves here for the West Lauderdale Knights.
Yeah, and just watching Cannon, he makes things look so smooth.
Two receivers to the right side of the field for Cannon Graham. Shotgun formation. He has his running back, Caleb Collins, to his left. There's a snap. He looks right, throws right, got his receiver, and in and out of his hands was the intended receiver. I believe the intended receiver is number 20, Josh Randall.
He kind of felt some defender breathing on his back, maybe. Something just.
Second down and 10 from the Tiger 32-yard line. And handoff to number 11, Caleb Collins, but he will have nowhere to run. Might have even lost a foot or so. So it's going to bring up third down and long for the Knights offense.
Yeah, and you got to love the way Caleb runs. I mean, I know he's young. We haven't seen him a whole lot. What we have seen of him gives you a lot of hope and promise for the future of this ball club.
Once again, third down and 10 for the Knights. 32-yard line is where they are from Tigers 32. Cannon Graham backpedals, has to get rid of it quick. He does have a receiver, but overshoots his intended receiver. Will bring up fourth down and 10. And it's probably in the vicinity of four-down territory for the Knights. 7 minutes and 30 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter.
You got a little bit of hurry-up pressure there. Maybe didn't get that exact another second or two that he would have liked to have had. But that pass rusher that Southeast is sending in on him is a pretty big boy.
Two receivers left, one to the right for Cannon Graham, and Cannon has to shoot it off pretty quick and gets a screen pass, and he slips down. He had room to run, and he slipped down there at the 35-yard line, 34-yard line, and turnover on downs for the second straight drive for the West Lauderdale Knights. .650 remains here in the game. Once again, the Knights lead 40-13. They had a 40-0 lead at halftime, but now 13 unanswered points for the Tigers, and the Tigers have the football.
And this is that part of the game. It's starting to get real interesting. You got your main story, but then your side stories are popping up everywhere like their own little bubbles.
Have one receiver to the left, two receivers to the left, two to the right, one to the right. And Hudnall will keep it himself, and he'll be dragged down. Number 27 for the Knights is Hunter Moore. Pickup of 2 yards, so second down, 8 to go for the Tigers. Hudnall kind of got up a little limping there.
He's still got a little limp, don't he?
It's timeout on the field. We'll stay here in action with 6:19 remaining. Once again, the entire team for the Knights. I'm trying to see if I see a starter out there, and I can't say that I do.
I was just glancing through, and I'm not seeing one.
And this is huge to have. Pretty much the Knights were starting to sub reserves in during the second quarter. To be able to play in a high school football game as a reserve, as a ninth grader, as a 10th grader, this is valuable for years to come here at West Lauderdale, getting to be able to play against first team. As you see, the Southeast Tigers still have their first team offense in, and they had their first team defense in.
You know, they're playing against seniors and juniors out there, so great experience.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left for Hudnall. Second down and 8. Hudnall looks to his right, goes deep to the right, and almost picked off. I believe that was number 29 for the Knights who deflected that pass, Elijah McKenzie.
Yeah, when that ball was released, you know, you could just kind of feel it. Just something wasn't gonna.
Or was that Kendrick Brown?
Carry it all the way.
I believe that was Kendrick Brown.
And Kendrick did a great job about just holding his ground, and
3rd down and 8 for the Tigers.
he almost walked out of here with his first INT.
Hudnall, well, actually calls, I believe, his lineman to move. Yes. Back it up behind the original line of scrimmage. Got to put the ball inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Same formation for the Tigers. Hudnall calls for the ball, throws left, got a man, 35-yard line, and he is out of bounds. Going to be near the sticks. I believe that is enough for a first down for the Tigers. That receiver is number 5, Turner Horn.
And, you know, I was expecting a lot of passing coming out of Coach Hampton coming in. What little I knew about the games prior to tonight, there was a lot of passing coming in as well. So starting to see where he put his trust in his quarterback, maybe, so to speak.
Same formation for Hudnall and the Tigers. High snap, and Hudnall brings down, hands it off to his running back, number 2. He's staying on his feet. He gets down to the 45-yard line of the Knights, and that's going to be close to a Tiger first down. It's Jacody Wilson. Earlier in this football game, Jacody actually went down.
He did.
Stayed down on the ground for quite some time. And it's going to be 2nd down and 1. That's close. Nose of the football is near the 45-yard line of the Knights. And that's where basically the first down marker is. Timeout, Tigers. We're going to step aside as well. Once again, the score is 40-13 in favor of the Knights. 3 minutes, 28 seconds remain in this football game. We'll be back on Q101.
We've all been spending more time at home these days, so make the most of it. Replace your old, worn-out bedding today and get the best sleep of your life with handcrafted, high-quality mattresses from Meridian Mattress Factory. From traditional one-sided and two-sided mattresses to pocketed coil and memory foam mattresses, Meridian Mattress Factory will provide you with a great night's sleep, just as they have done since 1892. 26th Avenue and B Street. Meridian Mattress Factory.
Back to the action with Lee Taylor. This is West Lauderdale football on Q101.
Oh, once again, just under 3.5 minutes left to play here tonight. Knights had a 40-0 lead at halftime. Now the Tigers, 40-13. Tigers have it 2nd down, 1 to go from the Knight 46-yard line. Another quarterback in there, number 80, and this will be picked. Almost picked off. That was about that's one of the easiest interceptions you could have. And you probably more than likely would have had a touchdown out of that, and that's probably what he was thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, I got this football. I'm about to score.
Because I was looking
not
at
come
that,
down with it,
thinking even I could make it from, about the 50-something. I could make it into the end zone from there, and I'm sure that young man was thinking, but got ahead of himself.
Caden Robinson lined up as the quarterback there, number 80. Roman Hudnall, though, comes back in as a quarterback. 3rd down and 1, about a half a yard, actually. Hudnall looks to his right, throws right, and there's going to be, this may be pass interference. It was a complete pass, but flag thrown immediately as soon as the tackle was made. I'm guessing this is going to be pass interference.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he had a little bit too much.
Two minutes, 55 seconds remain, and big penalty. Going to put the ball on the inside, or right there near the 30-yard line of the Knights. Tigers have scored 13 unanswered points here in the second half. And are threatening here again. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Send one of his receivers in motion to this near side. Hudnall looks right, throws right, deep, down the field, and he's got a receiver, but is it out? Nope, incomplete. Incomplete pass, bring up second down and 10 from the 30.
It's a lot harder to catch a ball when you've got a defender just right there stuck to you the way they are.
Just under 2 minutes to play tonight.
And Lee, when you look at it,
and flag on the play. I believe the Knights had too many men.
Yeah.
There was a flag, but I'm not sure if the timeout got called before the flag or not. No, there was a flag. Knights gave up 5 yards there, second down and 5. 2 receivers to the right, the one to the left for Hudnall and the Tigers. Hudnall rolls out to his right. Going to be near a first down marker. We'll see where the official marks it. It is a first down for the Tigers. Just inside the 20. Minute and 10 seconds remain now.
And you know, looking at the way they've played this second half, I don't know what was said in that locker room, but I'd love to.
Same formation for the Tigers. Hudnall looks to the left, throws left into the end zone, and knocked away at the last second. Great play by that defender for the Knights. 45 seconds remain now.
I mean, it's totally different ball club, you know, in the second half, but
timeout on the field. We'll stay here in action with 37 seconds remaining. I think that, you know, a lot of it goes, you got some momentum right there at the beginning of the second half by stopping West Lauderdale. And then you get the ball in good field position, and you kind of build on momentum. It's just like the Knights, how they were able to roll in the first half. You build off that momentum, and you know, all the momentum. While the Knights are definitely playing backup players right now, that's known. But still, it's good for the Tigers as well to be able to build on this momentum. You always build on the last. What was last done in the previous game, and you're going to district play, scoring 13 unanswered points, and maybe another one here shortly. Here's a long pass going into the end zone. Might be a pass interference. No, it's a complete pass into the end zone. Nice pass of 20 yards for Roman Hudnall. So 19 unanswered points for the Tigers here in the second half. And nothing wrong with the defender, because the defender was right there in his pocket. So that was a great play by the receiver to come down with that pass. So the Southeast Tigers lining up in a swinging gate. Looks like it was a penalty against the Knights defense that would be marked on the kickoff, and a fake, and he'll lose the football from the snap, and he's still on his feet looking to pass, and he's got a receiver in the end zone, or near the end zone. Is it in? Yep, it is. Wow. The Tigers' 2-point conversion is good. So 21-40 in favor of the Knights with 26.3 seconds remaining here in the football game. And we're going to stay here in action. Once again, 26 seconds remain. The Knights have given up 21 unanswered points here in the second half. What do you think? Onside?
Yeah.
Just to drag it out a little longer?
Definitely.
Once again, there was a penalty in the end zone on the touchdown that will be marked off here. So they'll be kicking from the 45. So if they don't receive the onside kick, they'll be giving it to the Knights at around the 35-yard line. If they do, they're in business again. They could score another. Last time the Tigers, though, attempted an onside kick, there was 2 straight offsides, and they did it again. They did it again.
Yeah, I believe I would just kind of take the old playbook and tear that page out.
3 times on an attempt to whatever they never kicked the football, but that's 3 offsides for the Tigers kickoff team. Now be kicking from the 50.
Yeah, here we go. I think they about got it now.
There's a kick. It is an onside kick, and I believe
And
they went
did it
past
again.
It's going to be another early crossing that line, early movement. Going to back them up to the 45.
I believe special teams will be worked on this week.
10 out of those 15 yards of penalties of the Knights have come back due to offsides of the Southeast Lauderdale kicking team. .26 seconds remain. Knights once again 40. Tigers 21. Awaiting this kickoff by the Tigers. Here's the kick. Another onside kick. Knights have trouble with it, but I believe they do corral it.